Stream, happy Tuesday. Hope everyone is having a great start to the week so far. It has been quite nice for me. Not gonna lie, work has been busy, but not too busy, right? Just the perfect amount so that the day feels like it's still going well. You can see my laptop is still on in the background because we're starting a bit early. You know what? Actually, we're gonna call it for today. We're gonna call it for today at work. If they need me, they can reach me tomorrow. I didn't realize that the laptop was affecting the lighting that much. But yeah, so I think for today's gonna be a pretty special stream, and the reason for that is because this is gonna be the last stream that we have for a while. So we're taking a break. I mentioned this on the last couple of streams, but the intent is to take a 2 week break as we go into Star Rail 3.7. The reason for that is because I have been feeling a bit burnt out for streaming. Not that burnt out, just a little bit. Things have been very busy in my personal life and at work as well. And but more additionally is I'm gonna try to take the time to actually get the equipment set up for the upgraded stream setup. I might not be able to get it done in time, but we'll see. It just depends on what parts I decide to get and how fast they can get here. And so that might be ready for 3.7. If it's not, who knows? Not too sure, right? But that is the intent. So today is going to be the last stream for 2 weeks. You'll see me next time when Cyrene's trailer comes out or whenever her animated short comes out. Basically, as soon as the 3.7 starts to release, if they're doing a live stream, we'll react to the live stream. And they usually do the live stream a week before the patch comes out, and we're 2 weeks away from the patch. So honestly, it's probably going to be more like a 2 week break with one stream in between. I'll react to the live stream. That's it, and then we will then wait for the trailers to come out. Then we'll react to those. So it'll be like a 2 week break, but you'll see me once sometime in the middle there, and then we will be in full force for 3.7. So that's the first housekeeping item is when can you expect the next stream? Whenever the Star Rail 3.7 live stream comes out, that's when you can expect the next stream. And then the next stream after that is going to be her trailer release. Um, Once 3.7 is over and everything about 3.7 is done. So we summoned for Cyrene. We reacted to the story. We finished Amphorius, right? We discuss the story in our recap stream. We react to whatever we need to react, right? After that, I am once again going to take a break. This time, a much longer break, because as I mentioned before, I am going to Japan in 3 weeks. So, a very small amount of time left before I'm able to go to Japan for the first time. It is my first time. I'm really excited. I'm also nervous because it's going to be the first time I have ever traveled outside of the country somewhere where I don't speak the language. So I've traveled outside the country before to Mexico, but I am Hispanic and I do know Spanish fairly well. I wouldn't call myself fully fully bilingual. I don't think I'm necessarily completely proficient in Spanish, but I know enough to where I can get by, right? If I were to assign a level to my Spanish mastery, it would be professional level. So I'm not quite what's the word that people use when you've completely mastered a language, like it's completely like second nature to you. Like there's a grading system to like learning a language. It's the last level. I can't it's hold on. I'm searching this up. Mastering a language. No, I just need the word. I need the term. Come on, Google, give me. Okay, well, you guys know what I mean. It's gonna come to my mind here in just a bit. But the term that you use to describe when someone has mastered a language completely, I'm not there. I am professional level speaking when it comes to Spanish. So I've gone to Mexico. I've gone to multiple parts of Mexico, but I know the language well enough to where I can survive, right? Where I can have a conversation. I can do what I need to do. Japan, I know the extent to the Japanese that I know is the extent to what I've learned from anime and just a tiny bit of self study. I know very little Japanese. And so it's going to be interesting having to navigate that experience, not knowing the language in a completely foreign country, especially a foreign country with very different cultural values than where I am residing, which is the Americas. So that should be fun. But yeah, so got a bit off track there, but essentially, basically, we've got a 2 week break with a little bit of reactions here and there until 3.7 for Star Rail. Then after that, it's going to be close to like a month break before we come back to streaming once again. When we come back, it'll be pretty close to Star Rail 3.8, so we'll be preparing for that. But we'll also be back with Zenless Zone Zero, which is what we're doing today. We're going to be reacting to Trigger's agent story. It's in the stream title, and it's going to be the finish up for season one. After this, I think we've done the majority of the important season one content. Obviously, there's still a lot of content for me to do, like events or maybe some other side quests or commissions that I haven't done so yet. But I think we've gotten through all the key stuff with Trigger's agent story. And that brings me to my second housekeeping item, which is we're going to start transitioning away from kind of the more casual feel of our Zenless playthrough. So for a while, I've been playing Zenless pretty much showcasing everything that I do. So if I am doing side quests, if I'm doing side content, even if I'm just kind of streaming like builds and just working on discs and stuff like that, I stream it. So you guys get to see that about my Zenless experience. Going forward, we're going to start limiting it. We're going to do the main story content, we're going to do the agent side stories, and we're going to do new content reactions. So live stream reactions, trailer reactions, EP reactions, stuff like that. We'll do live on stream. Outside of that, we're going to keep it away. And the reason for that is because I'm getting to the point now in Zenless where I feel like I've shown you all the full profile of my Zenless playthrough, right? I've showed you my gameplay. I've showed you my how I do builds, right? I've shown how I approach various different things about the game so far. And at this point, that's not going to change, right? I've gotten to end game. I've got a feel of how a Zenless works, and there's no reason for me to just stream the same thing to you guys again. So again, we're going to kind of go towards the Star Rail model of Zenless now. We're going to stream the high key important bits about Zenless, like the story, the agent side stories, and trailer reactions, and that's it. And I'm also going to start using, actual good thumbnails instead of just having day 28 or whatever on the thumbnail for YouTube. So that's what we're going to be doing going forward for Zenless after this stream. So next time we come back to Zenless is going to be probably the Zenless 2.0 reaction. And then from there, we'll go into side stories. Then we'll go to the 2.1 reaction, then more side stories, and then 2.2 side stories. And that's going to be generally the process of how we go at Zenless going forward. So, and then obviously once we catch up to Zenless, we will then react to things as they come out. We will then also probably start implementing the story discussions. We will still do a story discussion for everything that we've played up until now. It's just going to be like a very high level summary because I'm going to do the story discussion to cover everything that we've done up until now. So yeah, that should be fun. So yeah, kind of bit of a crazy intro to the stream. I know I just threw a lot at you guys, but like to summarize it, it's just hey, 2 week break starting from today until the 3.7 live stream. We'll react to that, and then next time you see me will be 3.7, and then from there it'll be another break, probably closer to a month. Then when we come back, we will go back to our regularly scheduled program. So just to kind of summarize everything in a nice little bow, that's going to be what you can expect going forward. So, but yeah, that's about it. So let's go ahead and jump into the game and get started because we've got Trigger's side story to get through. And based on how good Ambi's was, I'm excited for this one. Oval Squad seems to be taking they seem to be taking a little bit more effort into showcasing Oval Squad's story because I feel like it's one of the more relevant factions in Zenless to basically the overall narrative of the story, but also the lore of the story. Like I feel like Oval Squad and Silver Squad and the Defense Force, those factions in particular, are going to be important to expand the scope of the narrative, and so I think they're giving a little bit of an extra attention to their members like Ambi and like Trigger and Orpheus, which came out recently. Well, who came out recently, not which. They're not an object. So, but yeah. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about, but I completely forgot what it was. Anyway, so yeah, we've kind of got everything done for season one. That said, we still have a lot to do here. We've got all these events. We've got the Lost Void, Yishuen commission to do. That's for the Scott Outpost. And then I have no idea what this is, but it's also relevant for to Yishuen and 2.0 stuff. Like I said, all this stuff I'm gonna do on my own. So, unfortunately, if there's something really cool, I might talk about it on stream. But I think at this point, I'm content with kind of like the portfolio of what I've put forward regarding Zenless Zone Zero. And I just realized I pop out chat. There we go. You guys get to see my YouTube analytics there for a second. Now let's make sure that the chat is right here. Perfect. I don't think anything has really changed about last time that you guys haven't already seen. You guys saw that by Lucio is fully built. By Vivian, for the most part, is more built than before. I have her disk drive leveled to level 50. I could probably get it to level 60 right now because I was farming a little bit of level up materials. So let's go ahead and do that really quick before I forget. We'll do 4 here so that we can get a nice round number. And then do the rest from the blue ones here. Let's do 6 again for a round number and then auto add. Perfect. So level 60, still need to get her discs, but everything else about Vivian is done. Her skills are leveled. Her base stats are at level 60, so we're good to go as soon as we can get her her discs. Which I plan on running her with Yanagi, so that should be fun. Alright, but no more stalling, because I've been stalling. We're 15 minutes in already. We haven't even started the side story, so here we go. So this one is going to be pretty long. I remember that at the end of last stream when we reacted to the Sanby agent story, this one right here, the intent was to do both of these side stories during the same stream. Like, we were going to do both of these at the same time, and I was like, you know, it'll probably take me 3 to 4 hours for both. Well, Ambi's ended up taking just a little over 2 hours, give or take, you know, 10 to 15 minutes from, you know, stream intro and stuff like that. And then I switched up how long Trigger's was, and hers ended up being a bit even longer than 2 hours, like closer to, I think, 2:15 at the rate that we go through these stories, probably like 2 hours and 30 minutes. And I was like, you know what? That's a bit too long. We're going to save it for next time. We're going to give it its own stream, and that's what the stream is. So we're going to be here for a bit longer than what I think usually expect for an agent side story. So I think we're going to go probably to 2 hours and 30 minutes, somewhere around that mark. And that's all we're doing today. So nothing after. We're not doing Deadly Assault or anything like that. I already did Deadly Assault for this rotation. Didn't go well. Let me tell you that right now. I probably could get 9 stars if I tried really hard, but like, what's the point? You know what I mean? But yeah. All right. Well, we've got Out of Sight, Trigger. Ooh, wait. This is interesting. There's no parts. This is just one straight story. Wait, do they always show it like that? Like if we try to do Jufufus, okay, so I can't do the Jufufus. I don't think I have an agent story that I haven't unlocked fully. But yeah, this has like every agent story has like 3 parts. Does Triggers have 3 parts, or do I have to like do everything in one go? I mean, it's pretty interesting, regardless. But let's go ahead and go in. This is a story that took place in the past, a story of a rookie proxy named Phaethon who meets a young lady at a crossroads of fate. Ooh! Alright, I'm in. Oh shit, this is going way back in the past. Oh, so this is like right after they left the academy. So who's the broker? Is it Shepard? I'm guessing. Someone else that we don't know. Oh, it is him. What's going on? Yep, we're rookies. We're great at anything. You gotta sell yourself in the starting out. You know what I mean? Like you gotta present yourself as like, yeah, I'm whatever you need me to do. You gotta do it. And then as you go on in your career, you start to become more specialized.
Our first assignment together is a missing person commission. There's no need for combat or venturing into any hollows, so it's completely safe. Honestly, I can't think of a better way to test your skills.
I mean, it is a filler job, but like I feel like that's what we need. Like you can't just jump straight into like combat. Why hire a proxy then?
With all due respect to the client, a proxy's role is to guide people through the hollows. Is it worth hiring a proxy for a commission that doesn't even involve going into one?
That's fair.
Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not trying to pass this off on you. Your ability to navigate the hollow is unquestionable. That's what makes a proxy a proxy. But this role involves more than just that, and this commission is a perfect opportunity to demonstrate
That's
those
fair,
other skills.
right? Show off your
To be
professional
honest, the
skills
client
or people
barely gave us
skills,
anything to
your
work
ability
with,
to
just
work
pieces
and
of
adapt
info.
with different
That's
clients.
why this is a perfect chance to show off your skills in gathering intel,
Sure.
spotting details, and negotiating. All the makings of a top-tier proxy.
Let's do it. I'm down.
All right, you've sold me. Let's see what we're dealing with.
Oh, holy crap. Is this before she even joined Obel's squad? A somewhat aged photograph, though the image remains fairly clear. A blonde young woman, her eyes covered, leans against a wall. For some reason, her silhouette seems so fragile, as if she might shatter into pieces at any moment, filled with such profound sadness.
The client has only provided us with these 3 clues. All we know is that the woman in the photo is your target.
Wait, just a photo? That's barely a clue. No name, no background, not
Also,
even her
who
usual
could be
haunts?
searching for Trigger?
And what's up with the harmonica and the sheet music?
The client doesn't seem to have any more info, though it's possible they just don't want to share. But the client did mention if you get stuck, you should try playing the sheet music with the harmonica.
Okay.
Well then,
Interesting.
I'll leave this commission in your capable hands. Keep me in the loop if you make any breakthroughs. Just ping me on Knock Knock.
Finding someone with just a photo and a melody. That's like searching for a needle in a haystack. Got any ideas, Wise?
Not a bad start.
Maybe we should check Port Elpis. Women with their eyes covered aren't exactly that common. Remember when we visited the sea a while back? I think we saw someone who fit that description. Remember?
Did you?
You were in a bad mood, so we went to the sea to clear our heads. We even bought some fries, but you got distracted
Fries
by a
do
woman
sound
passing
good.
by with her eyes covered, and the seagull took the fries right out of your hand.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I remember. She did look a lot like the woman in the photo. And I was just curious, all right? She stood out. How was I supposed to know the seagulls there were so aggressive? Anyway, it's an
I
unexpected
mean, that's a
lead.
cliche, right?
Let's
If you
check out
got
the port
fries in
and
your
see if we can
hand and
dig
you're at
anything
the
up.
beach, a seagull's gonna come down and take. Or me, because I love French fries. I'll take your French fries from you. Don't mind if I do. Only a week ago? Okay. Holy shit, what the fuck? There's so many people to talk to. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like 6 markers. Oh, fries and hot dogs. A match made in heaven. I might go for that tonight, actually. I've got a Sam's Club membership, and I can get their hot dogs really cheap, and then I just go buy McDonald's, which is right across the block, It's a good meal. It's also a pretty cheap meal. Not very healthy, but it's good tasting and it's cheap, and that's all I can ask for. I'm down. No, give me the fries. The seagulls won't ever take them from me. Yeah, my bad. This is McDone before we actually knew McDone. I'm interested on why we're searching for Trigger. Like, obviously, like, it's our job. Our client wants this to happen, but how can I trust the client's gonna do something good, right? What if they're a stalker? What if they're, you know, well, a stalker was the main concern. Hello? Never seen. Hello? Excuse me. That's not ominous whatsoever. Okay, so it's basically investigate a certain amount out of 6, and then the story progresses.
I've got nothing. How about you, Wise?
Looks like this isn't something that can be solved with a quick trip to the port. But since we're here, how about we try playing the harmonica? I'm not sure what good it'll do, but if it doesn't work, we'll just buy some fries and head back home.
I agree. Playing the harmonica and buying fries, both are officially your job now.
Hey,
Guess
hold
there's no
on.
saying no to you.
We split the check.
Fine. But just so you know, I'm not good at it. So don't blame me if it sounds terrible.
Why did it cut out like halfway through? The music continues for half a minute? Oh, okay.
That was pretty painful. And it didn't do a thing. Let's just grab some fries and call it a day.
And now Trigger shows up out of nowhere. Hello.
Excuse me. Were you the ones playing the harmonica just
hey
now?
Trigger, how's it going?
Sorry for my brother making a bit of a ruckus. We'll just... Wait. You're the person in the photo. When did you... I didn't even hear any footsteps.
My apologies. Moving quietly is second nature to me. I didn't mean to startle you. If I may ask, where did you learn that melody?
From the sheet music right here. Belle shoots you a questioning glance. The blindfolded moment from the photo... Okay, that moved pretty quickly. Hold on. Belle shoots you a questioning glance. The blindfolded woman from the photo actually appeared. What an unexpected surprise. But now what?
Actually, we're proxies. The song was given to us by our client. We didn't expect it to help us find you. Our client is looking for you, you see. Why don't we
But
discuss
we
the
didn't
details
ask
somewhere
about the
else?
intentions of the
I
client.
see. Please lead the way. I'd
Okay.
also like to meet this client of yours.
Interesting.
Why don't we head back to the store?
I would have
Okay,
expected her to
let's
be
go check in
wary.
with Shepard. Oh, I almost forgot. Your name is...
My real name. I haven't used that in a
Ooh,
long
We're
time.
going with Karen.
But I do have a code name. You can call me Charon.
Charon. More emphasis on the O-N. I only heard it once on the last one. You return to the video store with a woman who calls herself Charon. Along the way, you introduce yourselves and share a bit about your fledgling proxying business.
Miss Charon, I've already contacted the information broker who issued the commission. Once he gets here, it shouldn't be long before you can meet the client. Feel free to have a seat on the couch. I'll grab you something to drink.
Thank you, but please, don't mind me. By the way, the second row from the top on your TV wall, third unit from the left,
Damn!
it has a connection issue. You might want to check it out when you have time.
Yeah, what? What is this ability?
Let me see. You're right. How did you pick up on that? I thought there was some lag lately.
I rely on my hearing. I lost most of my vision in an accident. I can just about make out the outlines of my surroundings. To move around like an average citizen, I've trained my other senses to be extremely sharp.
So you
I heard a faint
heard?
buzzing
Okay, I
sound.
was gonna say.
By moving around the room and noticing the change in sound, I was able to pinpoint the location of the faulty TV.
God damn.
Sorry. I hope my question didn't seem rude.
No need to apologize. Vision isn't the only way to perceive the world. As proxies, you two should know that better than most. Anything that can be seen with your eyes can never be considered a secret.
Mm. A subtle silence fills the room. It's clear you each have secrets you don't want to share with others, and there's an unspoken understanding between you. As the silence is on the brink of becoming awkward, a knock sounds on the door from outside the shop. Yeah, this is proceeding
It's me
really
again.
well.
You two found the target already? Wow, Phaethon, you guys are incredible. If you're always this fast, you could take on anything.
Kind of lucky, but I mean, hey.
I didn't expect things to move so quickly either, but it's nothing, really. By the way, didn't the client come with you? Kieran here would like to meet them.
Where to start? It's great that you were able to find the woman in the photo, but there's a new problem. I can't get in touch with the client anymore. There's been no reply from his Knock Knock account since yesterday. I brushed it off at first, but there's still no reply today. Just when I thought he might have skipped town, his account suddenly sent me a location, the edge of a hollow.
Yeah,
Who
that's
sends something like that in normal circumstances?
concerning and very suspicious. Like, I
From the
kind of
edge
don't
of a
want to
hollow?
continue with this commission.
That seems strange. And with no other word from the client.
Either way, I'll keep trying to reach the client. I hope he's alright. Let's stay in touch for now. We won't be wrapping up this commission for a while.
Sorry, but I overheard your conversation. Could you share that location with me? If I investigate the hollow, I might
Kind
pick
of
up
feels
some
like
clues.
Trigger slash
You're Miss
Charon
No
knows
offense,
who the
but
client
hollow
is
isn't
already,
somewhere just
and they
anyone
just
can
want to
waltz
meet.
into. Without a carrot or combat personnel, it's a death trap. You should wait.
I'm a soldier. I served with the Eridu Defense Force under the Chrysoberyl Division. Even after retiring, I've made countless trips into the Hollow. You can trust in my combat skills. The heart rates of you and the two proxies here seem to have just spiked. Don't worry. My military days are far behind me. I have no current ties with them.
That doesn't
As
mean
for
your
getting
skills
into
have
the Hollow,
deteriorated though.
Proxies, can I request your assistance? I don't know anyone else who could guide me. I'll pay the commission fee as best I can. If you don't want to be involved, that's fine. I'll think of something.
Her voice is so soothing. Someone told me the VA was Erica Mendez, I think, or someone that is like a veteran in the industry, and obviously the voice is very very recognizable to me as well. Like, I definitely know them from other works, other anime, other games. But I feel like with Triggers, she's got a very specific softness that really, I think, does it for me. Like, it's so like relaxing and soothing.
We're just as eager to find the client. After all, no client, no payment. Besides, if we said no, you'd still head into the Hollow alone, wouldn't you?
How did you know?
So
Her
I was
visor
right.
changed colors.
You remind me of how Belle and I used to be. So fixated on finding someone that nothing else mattered, not even your own safety. Well, since Miss Charon wants to
Does she get
investigate,
defensive?
I'm willing to act as the proxy for no additional fee. Just leave it to us, Shepard.
I see. That works for me. With the client still unreachable, my hands are tied. Please, look into the Hollow, and be careful.
I'm really
No.
sorry for troubling you both. Finding this client is very important to me,
Boy,
so I may have acted a bit out of line just
I've
now.
never noticed this before. How did I not notice this before? Her visor changes colors depending on what she's feeling. Like, over here, when she says, "How did you know?" after Wise mentions that, yeah, we'll help because if we don't help, you're just gonna go off on your own. Her visor changes to orange, that or like orangish red, and that to me kind of tells me like she got defensive, like she got like she took on like her guard came up. You know what I mean? But now she's feeling a little bit of shame or guilt, or I wouldn't call it that. I wouldn't call it that. Like shyness, and now you've got this kind of pinkish purple that generally is a color that represents that kind of sheepishness. And interesting. This is kind of similar to something we did on stream recently, when we reacted to Ban, the anime by Giga, and Ban, the main girl, the main female character, Rin. She has wings because she's a different race from a different world, and that race has wings that change color depending on what they're feeling. It's really similar here with her visor. That's pretty cool. I can't believe I didn't notice it up until now.
Don't worry about it. Seeing how determined you are to find this person, we can't just sit back and do nothing. Let's work together to find them.
Let's do it. First commission. I assume this is the first of many. Can we talk to her? Looks like we can. Yeah, we're gonna use Eus. Don't worry, eventually we're gonna go to the hollow ourselves. Do we just get to use her? Oh, we get to use other
I am the
characters as well.
Eye of Obel. I'll protect.
Which means we're using these two. As long as I can use Evelyn and Astra, I'm good. And Trigger feels really good to play as well. Like, we've been able to use her in trial mode recently, and she feels really, really fun. And just smooth as well.
Miss Charon, I need some time to calculate the hollow route.
Here. Leave this to me, Proxy. Actually, I've been to this hollow before for reasons. I still remember the way forward clear as day.
Oh, why don't you wait just a little longer? Calculating a path doesn't take that long.
It'd be more efficient to retrace a path I've already walked. Please come with me, Proxy. Calibrating. Suppressing fire. I won't betray your trust. The path ahead. It should be right around here. I wasn't here too long ago.
I tried to parry that.
I
Didn't
might have
exactly get it.
misremembered. Just need to think.
I'm sure you're well aware that hollows undergo periodic spatial distortions during construction.
Target locked.
That's why each time we enter, we need the most up-to-date carriage.
Sorry for being so presumptuous, Proxy. I got ahead of myself and made things difficult for you.
It's no trouble. There's a fissure nearby. We can use it to get back on the right path.
Hey, chests.
Let me lead the way from
Nope.
here on out.
Trigger is definitely much different than what I expected.
By
her
the way,
character
Miss
to be
Charon,
like.
how are you so fluid when you move and fight? Is it because of your exceptional hearing and tactile senses?
That's one part of it. In fact, my eyes gained some unique abilities as they changed.
She still has eyes
I can't
in
see
a
most
certain
things
way.
clearly, but I'm able to detect the etheric
yes.
fluctuations of nearby humans, ethereals, and other objects.
Because of your
I call this
visor?
ability
Oh.
ether vision.
Okay, never mind. That kind of sounds like just her straight up
Quite the
eyes.
ability. Given your combat style, those eyes must come in handy on the battlefield, huh?
That may be so.
That's probably right. Interesting.
Recalibrating.
Precision strike, initiate. I'll manage things with you.
Wait, something Enemies up ahead.
No chest.
Someone on the ground.
Oh, hello. Oh, are they dead? Oh, God. Is this our client, or is this just, you know, to show that our client is in danger? That's fair.
What could have happened? Who did this?
Also, yeah, they...
Given the depth of the wound and the caliber of the bullet, the killer was a sniper, just like me.
That's not good.
Proxy, stay vigilant and get behind me. The killer may still be nearby.
Also, that girl seems
They
really
seem to have
young.
no qualms when it comes to killing.
Yeah, like, she seems really young and completely, like, innocent
Let's
in
press
all
onward.
this.
I feel there may be more victims.
Like, this feels like
and
just a straight-up homicide of murder. Well,
I
he
hope
is wearing a
nothing's
suit,
happened to the client.
so who knows? Where is the story going? I can't really get a handle on
Surrounding ether levels have increased significantly.
it, which I really like.
Hold on. Let me find what's causing the ether to increase. Up ahead, there are multiple devices leaking ether non-stop.
Those are high-pressure ether storage tanks, filled with highly concentrated ether. As soon as the valve is opened, the ether will flow out at a fixed rate.
Such high ether concentrations will make the nearby ethereals more active and cause more to show up.
Yeah, that's not good.
Charon, it'll be dangerous if we keep moving forward.
Understood. These storage tanks are high-risk items manufactured by military-industrial companies. They're rare, even on the black market. Several of these storage tanks appearing in the hollow is a clear sign that our opposition has malicious intentions.
Wonderful.
Let's find a suitable sniping position and disable those ether storage tanks along any mission-critical paths.
Alright,
My
I'm down.
ether vision ability is perfect for dealing with such ether-laden objects.
It's a long field dialogue.
Let's take care of these leaking tanks to lessen the threat of ethereals in our path. Then we can proceed.
Or does she just keep talking until we press this? No, so there is an end. I just saw that I disconnected from Twitch chat for like a few seconds, so that's not
A little downtime.
that's not great. A little bit concerning. Hopefully we don't disconnect from Twitch entirely. I think we're good again though. Okay. We'll reload that. We're not supposed to shoot? Okay.
All
Interesting.
high-pressure ether tanks have been disabled. We can keep moving.
Okay.
Wait. Charon, I'm detecting 4 life forms up ahead. Let's go take a look.
Yeah. Are they also dead?
Proxy, there are 4 people over here.
Okay, they're alive.
They're all still alive. I'm not detecting any ether fluctuations from any other life forms nearby.
They're still survivors. Charon, can you check their condition?
Confirmed. 1 is seriously injured. A bullet pierced their lung. The other 3? No internal injuries, just a few minor
Yeah,
wounds.
we need to get out of here
They're
fast
all
then.
unconscious. The one with severe wounds. His etheric fluctuations are nearly completely gone.
Her visor is blue.
Beyond saving.
She's sad.
Who are you? Help me. It hurts. So cold. I don't want to die.
Oh my god, he's conscious
Nothing
too.
else we can do? If we contact the hospital and get him out of the hollow right away.
His internal organs are ruptured. He'll bleed out long before we can get him out. No rescue team can beat the clock when life fades this fast.
Yeah.
Am I dying. I just
He has seconds left.
just want to go home.
Charon doesn't respond. She sits beside a dying man whose alto harmonica and begins to play a soft, familiar melody. The tune echoes throughout the hollow, heavy with the scent of blood. It's a song recorded on the quiet sheet music. As the harmonica's gentle notes fill the air, the dying man stops groaning, simply listening until his eyes close forever. Rest in peace, brother. Oh, wait, what? What's going on?
All right. Did you get hurt fighting earlier?
I'm fine, don't worry about me. As I mentioned before, these eyes of mine have their uses, but they bring just as much inconvenience. The rejection reaction you saw just now was one of them.
Rejection
Bring me
reaction?
to death. It's not something I handle well.
Oh.
My head. Where am I? Who are you people? I remember now. There was a madman, a lunatic who tied me up and dragged me into the hollow. You're not.
I'm not the lunatic you're talking about. Can you stand? There are 2 more unconscious survivors here. If you can, help us carry one of them. Let's get out of here together.
Leave? We can leave this place? What about that lunatic who shot at me?
Yeah,
from the
I
shadows?
want to know about the
Looks like the person behind this has already left. Charon, let's get the survivors out of here. Follow me.
Alright, well, I mean, obviously the survivors are more important. But now I'm concerned because we have plenty of antagonists in this game already. Are we adding another? I'm down. I'm down for an antagonist sniper, dude. Exhausted and unable to carry more bodies, you record the coordinates of a few of the corpses. Once this is all over, you should make sure to report them anonymously to the public security. With Charon, you keep your guard up alongside the 3 survivors, eventually arriving at the abandoned metro entrance in front of Ballet Twins Road. That's true. Good observation. So, can we assume that our client is dead, considering we didn't find them, or the only other people that we did found were dead? I mean, we should probably take them to get some therapy. That would be nice. Okay, so they do have therapy, or physical therapy, I guess. Which one's Zoe? Probably her if she's saying ugh. So Aaron, Zoe. Mm, uh, yeah, let's do the first one. Oh, well, damn, this is just the 3 of you. Uh-oh. Yeah, it takes some time to calm down. Is this a serial killer? Like some type of ethereal? I don't know. Is it the cults? The exaltists? Like, what's going on here? Chasing and sniping? Those don't really go hand in hand. Normally a sniper kind of stays in position and fires. How were you kidnapped and brought to the Hollow? So they kidnapped you and then shot at you? Or is this two different, parties, two different factions at play here? Damn. Never mind. What the fuck is going on? Who is this killer? Oh, she's like literally right next to me. Aaron, trigger. After a brief check on the three survivors, you share what you've learned with Charon. She then calls the three over.
Thank you all for assisting me, even though I'm a stranger. You've given me valuable information.
It's the least we can do after you saved our lives. If there's anything else you want to ask, go right ahead.
I do have some questions left to ask. Before that, could the three of you introduce yourselves? I'd like to see if there's a pattern to how the killer chose their targets.
I'll go first. My name's Zoe. I used to be a soldier in the Defense Force, but now
Okay,
I'm just
soldier.
working a regular desk job at a private company. Don't let that fool you, though. I've earned my stripes.
I'm Jesse, currently working as an internet information broker. I'm still pretty new at it, though, so I can't think of any reason someone would target me.
Okay.
My turn? I'm Erin. I was also in the Defense Force, but now I'm
So
unemployed.
Chu, former military
Actually,
and
I
information
have a question
broker.
for you all. Did you see my friend when you were in the Hollow? She's about my height, with shoulder-length blonde hair and a mole under her eye. We were kidnapped together, but I can't find her anywhere now.
Did we see? Okay, no, because the girl that we saw with the other man, the first corpses that we saw, I don't think that she had blonde hair. Was she? Is your friend also former military? Because if she is, then we have a pattern, and now all of a sudden I'm suspicious of Jesse because he doesn't seem to have a military background.
If I'm not mistaken, we didn't come across anyone like that in the Hollow, among both the survivors or the bodies.
It's all right. I'll keep looking. I hope she's okay. We were always
She is former
inseparable.
military.
We even planned to visit Scott Outpost together for Remembrance Day. I never thought something like this would happen.
Okay, now I'm sus of Jesse. A little bit.
Remembrance Day? What's that?
As the name suggests, it's a day organized by the Defense Force for the families of deceased soldiers and veterans. People gather to mourn their loved ones who died in the fall of the old capital and find comfort in each other's company.
I didn't know the Defense Force did that. Huh. Maybe I should go check it out.
I'm sus of you.
If I can't find her anywhere else, I'll head to Remembrance Day alone. Maybe she'll show up there.
The fact that he said he'll check it out.
Was your missing friend also
Yeah,
a
I was
member
gonna
of the
say.
Defense Force? Yes, she and I were in the same squad. Obsidian Division's
Targeting
Curtis
former
squad.
military, and the only one, Jesse wasn't in the defense force. I'm not gonna click this because I don't want to call him out right now. I feel like that's stupid. That's too early.
This sounds
Let's
like a
not try to
series of
suss him out.
murders targeting
Let's
the
try not to.
Defense Force.
Okay, thanks, Weiss.
But then, Jesse wasn't with the Defense Force.
No, you're probably not far off. Jesse claims to have been up front, but he neglected
Oh.
to mention he was once part of the Defense Force. Right, Jesse?
Well, that's...
Why hide it?
I just don't like bringing up my past in the Defense Force. It's not like I'm trying to hide
Okay,
it.
that's
They're
kind of
just
fair.
memories from my time there that I'd rather forget. I was part of Obsidian Division's Noct Squad. That's the absolute truth.
I was also in the Obsidian Division, Impera Squad. I don't know who those who died in the Hollow were.
I trust
but
them a little
it
bit
seems the
more now,
killer
but still
really is
sus.
targeting members of the Defense Force.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, During the fall of the old capital, didn't our 3 squads work together on a
Noctis
mission outside Hollow
Division.
Zero?
What was hers?
We did? I don't really remember.
So Noct Squad, Impera Squad, Chartez Squad. So Chartez, Noct, and Impera, they had a joint mission. Maybe the killer is trying to cover something up?
I have a vague memory of it, but there were so many people on the mission, I don't remember your faces.
Thank you all for the information. I'm starting to see a pattern in the killer's choice of targets. But there's something else I need to ask. I came to this hollow because someone I'm searching for sent me its location. And that person was likely being held by the killer as well. Did you happen to see
I
anyone
thought so.
else?
It did seem like Trigger knew the client and was looking for them. The 3 survivors exchange confusing glances before shaking their heads at Charon.
You're not giving us much to go on. At least tell us what kind of person you're looking for. Male or female, what they look like. Can't offer much help without that.
Sorry, I don't have much else to share. Even so, if any of you remember anything else that may be useful, please let me know. This is very important to me.
Pink lights.
You don't even know
visor.
who they are, yet you're so determined to find them. Is it really going to be an issue if you can't find this person?
Maybe. I've been searching for someone for a long time. They might be the key to achieving my goal.
I see. Whatever happens, I hope you find them. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Thank you. But please, prioritize your own safety. If the killer is targeting former Defense Force members, there's a good chance they'll come after you again. Stay vigilant.
Of course. Once I've checked out Remembrance Day, I'm locking myself in my room and throwing away the key.
Still sus of Jesse. Still sus of him. But if he's not anyone, like if he's just a normal NPC, my bad, brother. I judged you too early. Sadistic for sure, considering how he played with a lot of his victims, with a grudge against the Defense Force. They did it inside the Hollow, that's correct. Charon seems somewhat agitated. The lack of clues plunges you all into silence. Just as you are about to accept reality and start organizing the current clues to narrow down the search, the door to the video store suddenly opens. Oh, hi Shepard. He feels so out of place. You've got Agent, Bell, Wise, and just a random NPC. Can I talk to you guys first? No? Okay.
Phaethon, you've already been to the Hollow and made it back safely?
Kind of. Yeah.
Did you run all the way here? Do you need a moment? We've already been to the Hollow, but unfortunately, we haven't found the client yet.
I'm fine. Did you find any clues there?
There are traces left behind. Signs of a kidnapping. It's very likely the client was involved.
Take the first one.
That's right. It seems the client was kidnapped, taken into the Hollow, and later moved again. We're still looking for more clues. So, what made you rush over
No
to
mention
the door?
of the kills or
Well,
the deaths yet.
just take a look for yourself.
Shepard shows you his phone. About 10 minutes ago, the missing client sent him another location on Knock Knock. There were no other messages.
I checked a map of New Era.
This happens every time.
I checked a map of New Eridu. This spot, it's another Hollow entrance.
That means another Hollow that we're going to.
We were just stressing over a lack of leads, and now one conveniently falls into our laps? Something about this feels off.
You're sure it's just a disappearance for now and nothing more serious has happened, right? If that's the case, the situation is still manageable. No matter how shaky the clue is, let's keep investigating.
I don't think the
Just
client is
be
the
careful.
sniper.
Any casualties, and this will become something beyond our control. At that point, stop the commission and contact me. I'll bring in some professional hollow experts to deal with the situation.
About that. about said casualties. Shepard hurries out again. You turn to Charon, who seems unsettled. Has she held back the full truth from Shepard to avoid having search handed off to someone else? Yes. We clearly did so as well.
Thank you for not revealing what really happened to that information broker.
Don't mention it, but why keep secrets? From a practical standpoint, wouldn't calling for backup have been the safer move?
The killer is a sniper who has no qualms about taking lives. Judging by the victim's injuries, it's clear they know how to deal a fatal blow
Yeah,
and how to inflict
they were
pain
purposefully
without causing death.
not dealing.
Most Hollow Raiders
fatal
lack
blow.
experience dealing with snipers. If they encounter the killer, it's likely to end in a difficult fight, or worse, casualties.
Her visor's red.
And besides,
Anger.
asking for help from others would only delay the search. The client is at risk right now, so I think we should follow the clues and enter the Hollow as soon as possible to ensure their safety.
I'm down. Yeah, what?
I may have kept it from Shepard, but I have to admit, it's too dangerous. That location message seems cagey. It could be a trap to lure us in.
I understand.
Probably is.
I really do. But what if we're late and something happens to the client?
Why is the client so important to you, Charon? Would you be willing to tell us? Are you so set on finding them because they're connected to the person you've been looking for?
The client's true identity might be the very person I've been looking for. And if not, they most certainly have some vital information. Since leaving the military, I've spent years searching for my missing teammates. They were more than just comrades who trusted me with their lives. To me, someone raised as an orphan, they were family.
Sadness.
I've scoured countless hollows and every corner of New Eridu to find them, but I've never found a single lead. Until I met you and heard that melody on the harmonica. It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed it. Only our squad knew it. And yet that client of yours not only knows the song, but also gave you the sheet music. Please, Proxy. This client is the only lead I have left. I'm certain my teammates are still alive. If this trail goes cold, I don't know when I'll get another chance to reunite with them.
This is before she ever joined the squad. If they're still alive, could there really be no trace of them after all these years? Belle's gaze towards you seems to convey such a question. But then, thinking about how you're also searching for your teacher, it doesn't seem all that hard to understand. Absolutely. They have no right to judge.
I understand how anxious you must be right now. We can help you, but we really need to be careful this time.
Thank you, Proxy. I feel much better knowing I have your support. You can trust me. I'll protect you if the killer is really waiting for us in the Hollow. We'll make it out in one piece.
No wonder there isn't like a part 1 or part 2 to this. This seems to just all happen in a single day. We are just going in and out from, from each hollow. Let's do it again. Number 2. I'm guessing there's gonna be 3. Just kind of keep up
I am
with
the Eye of Obel.
I'll protect you from any danger.
keep up with the
We really harmonized.
kind of 3 hollow entries per part that we usually have in agent stories. Once again, Evelyn and Astra. And Sugar as well.
Looks like there's something here. Is this a communicator?
Proxy, look at this. A communicator left right at the Hollow's entrance.
Why is there a communicator here? It doesn't look like
Certainly not, but who would leave it there?
There's hardly any dust on its surface, which means it was only placed here recently. It looks like someone wants us to use it.
Oh, such decisiveness. Following random location info without even thinking twice. I'm glad, Sniper of Liar Squad.
Liar Squad. Yeah, based on the way you're talking, I know exactly who you are.
Who are you? And the Sniper liar
killer,
squad.
almost certainly.
Are you talking about Charon?
Sniper. Or should I say Charon now? Haven't you shared your past with our dear Proxy? If introductions aren't your strong suit, I'd be happy to show you how. You can call me Grim Vulture, the one behind this string of murders. You see, I've been working my way down a list, crossing off names. And now, Charon of Liar Squad, your name is next.
Why go through this?
Looks like you've done your homework on me. Just because my presence interfered with your plan, you've decided to take me out for
Okay,
good?
that makes more sense.
I thought you were just going to be another obstacle in my way.
They
And
weren't
now,
planning on
with
killing
my
Charon
sons,
just yet,
this must be
but now
some
that she's
kind
getting
of
involved like this, yeah, she's next.
destiny.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'm looking for someone. Given that you're waiting at the hollow entrance they shared, I'm guessing you have them. If you hand them over, perhaps we can make a deal.
Anger. Charon suddenly dodges to the side, raises her gun, and fires using her body to shield Eves. In the next instant, a bullet flies past her and hits the ground.
So your version of making a deal is stalling for time to locate me and lining up your shots? Can't say I'm surprised. After all, that's exactly what I plan to do too.
So they're both talented snipers. Her shot flew off into the distance, and there's only one thing that's for certain. It didn't hit Grim Vulture.
You seem to have rather unique eyes, but you'll never get the chance to hit me. After
Counter
all,
sniping.
no one's better at counter sniping than me.
Seems talking won't resolve this, but I'm not averse to using force.
Now that's the spirit. If you're looking for someone, why not search the hollow for clues? Providing you can survive both my attacks and those of the ethereals, of course.
I mean, we're down.
Oh, and I prepared a little gift for all your trouble. I hope you still have that determined look on your face.
Oh, it's gonna be another string of deaths, isn't it? We're gonna find like 3 or 4 more corpses. Oh, just kidding. Ooh, shit. That's a big sniper. Oh, fucking hell.
I'll manage things from here.
I should kill all of them. Ooh, hello. This is actually really cool. I love the can we like see the sniper rifle? I don't think so. Or maybe I'm just blind.
I found a box. Something feels off about it.
Oh god. Oh no. Yeah. I wonder if it's someone that she knows. Oh, it is. Yeah. Oh, that is just.
You'll remember what's inside the box, right? Your loyalty meets cap, the one Styx always wore. Curious as to how he died? I'll tell you.
Oh,
He
then
took
she
his own life.
shoots.
Though it wasn't much different from being offed by ethereals. Ethereals had almost completely taken over his body. He was corrupted, covered in ether crystals. His core was almost fully formed. He didn't want to become an ethereal, so he raised the cannon he was oh so proud of, with just one last shell inside. And just like that, obliterated both his core and his heart. Any thoughts on the way he picked the bucket? Did you like it? Do you think I made the whole thing up? Or did it really happen?
Oh, you are fucking crazy.
Shut up. I don't know who you are, but you'll pay for insulting him.
Oh, wanna kill me? Try spot.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Nice. Didn't mean to dodge it that way, but okay. This is a really, really compelling antagonist. They are, well, maybe not compelling. Interesting.
Fire. Ether vision activate.
God, I got the parry again. I want to save up my charge waves there. Thought I saw a chest. Okay, yeah. Then.
Another high-pressure ether tank. And a lot of ethereals have already been drawn to it.
Leave it to me, Proxy. My eyes will take care of them.
Time for some more snapping. So they don't actually explode, but you do have to hit them.
Let's keep moving.
There's no indication that you hit the
Catch that murderer
the storage tanks. Okay, here we go. Another disturbing story. Yeah, we don't have to open this. Yeah, you are not fine.
Favorite glove. It wasn't easy getting my
That is a
hands on
name.
them. As expected of such a famous, beautiful commander, even her gloves are stylish. Such a
Commander.
pity. In the end, both her hands were missing.
Ooh,
Oh, don't you think that's a shame, little sniper? Such beautiful hands that they could no longer hold a sword. Ethereals gnawed off her arms and part of her leg as well. But she still had some backbone. She stood tall, even in death. It's just as I said. She died from multiple fatal wounds. Even the most beautiful flower will wither without protection, won't it?
oh.
Do you think I'm telling the truth or a lie this time?
How long do you intend to keep up this game of cat and mouse?
For
I'll be
a
coming
long
to your
time.
hideout soon. Wipe that smile off your face and wait. Wait and see what I'm going to do.
Ooh, good reaction. Hurry up then. I've got one final surprise location for you.
Yeah, how about no? What the?
I'm sure you figured out the route to get to me. That's right. The surprise is at the end of the road.
God, whoever Grim Vulture is, they are fucking terrifying as a root.
Take the shot. Adjusting for wind.
Oh, that's amazing.
Don't hesitate.
I'll take over now.
Go. Any chests? Don't think we're good. Oh, never mind. We're getting much closer.
Time to pin them down.
Okay. Ooh, last one. I'm not excited for this. Grim Vulture seems very, very close or intimately related to all of these former squad members of Kara. Like, she was like there when it happened. If she's telling the truth, obviously. Also, Akron is a very specific name to use. Let me just say that right now. And apparently she used a sword as well.
Congratulations! You found the third box.
Pocketesses.
Inside is... Who was it again? Oh, right. A piece of lucky
Lethes.
fabric from Cocytus's clothes.
Cocytus.
And some damaged engineering gear stained with Lethes blood. There weren't enough boxes, so I had to cram them together. They're just a medic and an engineer. Not exactly combat material, right? Sure you're not mad, are you?
That's 4 people already.
That's enough. Using her squad mates who are like family to mentally torture her. How much longer are you planning on doing this?
Oh dear. Did I go too far? Oh, my sincerest apologies.
Fucking insane.
Watching you plunge headfirst into
A psychopath.
so entertaining. I may have gotten a bit carried away, you know? Relax. The person you're looking for isn't here. And those are just fakes.
Wait, what?
I didn't actually take them from her comrades.
No, I feel like she's telling
Comrades
lying.
are long since corpses in the hollow, after all. How could we possibly have gotten hold of their clothes?
A surge of rage threatens to drown all thought. Just as you are about to retort, a crisp gunshot rings out. Charon's shot is clean and decisive, carrying an unmistakable intent to kill. But from the response on the other end of the communicator, it seems she missed her target.
Oh, a decisive strike to be sure. But as I've already said, your awareness, sight, and experience mean nothing in front of a more skilled sniper.
I didn't expect to kill you so easily. There was a subtle change in your ether fluctuations the moment I fired.
Oh?
That was all I needed.
Get fucked.
Knowing my past makes me feel sick. But after seeing that you're just a coward who feels fear from another's killing intent, it doesn't bother me as much anymore.
Oh.
Coward, you say? How fascinating. You were little more than a hollow shell before. But now that you've bared your teeth, you've started looking
So we
somewhat
did threaten
respectable.
her in some
I know
capacity.
your composure is nothing more than a facade. You've never truly faced the weight of your comrades' deaths, have you? I bet your mind is now filled with their dying screams.
We both believe her squad is still alive. You can stop with the lies. Why are you so fixated on Charon? Just because she used to serve in the defense force? She has nothing to do with your target.
Nothing to do with it. Then why don't you go ask her about it? What surprises me more is you actually believe her teammates are still alive. Don't tell me she dragged you into all this danger without telling you anything.
Shut up.
Oh,
If she
anger.
won't tell you, I will. Those so-called alive squad mates of hers went missing during the fall of the old capital. I'm sure you know exactly what that means. When the old capital fell, countless Defense Force soldiers were either killed by Ethereals or became them. The surviving soldiers, struggling to defend themselves, never had the opportunity to carry their comrades' bodies out of Hollow Zero. Obviously, her squad mates, the members of Liar Squad, were among the dead. But since their bodies were never found, she insists they're still alive.
I mean,
Even going as
I don't
far as
think
to
them
deceive
trying
her
to
own
antagonize us towards Trigger is gonna work, considering we're searching for Carol Arna.
I didn't lie to the proxy. They're alive. I have proof. Someone like you could never understand.
I could never understand? Huh. You think it's hard to understand your childish thought process? If you really have solid proof, why not tell me? Come on, let's hear it!
My eyes. I lost nearly 90% of my vision during the fall of the old capital.
90%, okay.
I
Not
gained the
fully
ability
blind
to see
yet,
what
but
others
pretty
can't.
much.
Every second of every day for years, I've seen my squad mates. Not as fleeting shadows, but vivid and lifelike. They've never disappeared. They're alive, waiting for me to find them. Why else would I have been given these eyes?
Or is it trauma? And
That's
she
your
thinks
proof?
they're still
Did you
alive.
hear that? Proxy
She's really just
hiding in the
coping and
bamboo.
not moving on.
She spent years chasing after people who couldn't possibly exist, all because of some ghostly visions. You'd rather believe those visions of your teammates are real-time projections than accept that they're dead. What if I told you the way I described their deaths before was the absolute truth? Will you finally face reality? Or will you
Like,
keep
why would we
fooling
believe
yourself,
you?
believing in ghosts? I guess you'll keep deceiving yourself. Because that's how you
Like, I have no
survive.
reason to trust this
I'm
person
not lying to
whatsoever.
myself. I really.
Really want to find your squad mates who have been missing for years and were officially declared dead? You couldn't protect them when the old capital fell, and now you're just making up stories to fool yourself. To give yourself some so-called reason to go on, to latch on to any stupid excuse. You're just a selfish, naive coward who did nothing and couldn't do anything when your comrades were dying.
Okay, that was genuine. The what? That line I feel like I can trust because of the way it was voice acted. This sounds like a genuine anger from Grim Vulture, like resentment towards Trigger. Charon stands there speechless. Grim Vulture's relentless verbal assault has clearly struck home. The little color that had briefly returned to her face drains away, leaving her visibly shaken, unable to muster a single word in rebuttal.
Giving up already? At least you've got a shred of dignity left.
Hypocrite!
Nothing disgusts me more than a useless hypocrite. Enough of this. Time to die, coward.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Charon is not a coward. Someone who enters the hollows despite the condition of their eyes is anything
Just
but a
even if
coward.
you are telling the truth
At the
and
very least,
her
he's
squad mates
far
are
braver than
dead.
a criminal like you, who hides in the
Well
shadows,
said!
enjoys torturing others, and is constantly
Well said,
being
who's the
caught.
real coward?
Proxy.
Your proxy sure has a way with words. I won't waste any more of my breath. Just die already.
Ooh.
I've completed analysis of the surrounding fissures. Charon, step out of it. We can use that fissure to escape.
Fissures? When did you... Still trying to play tricks.
With no hope of a counterattack, practically dragged Charon, turning to run towards the fissure that had escaped Grim Vulture's notice. Just as the bullet is about to strike, he managed to escape through the fissure. Ha! Get fucked! That's right, bitch. We're coming for you next time. You escape from the hollow and return to the video store, bringing along Charon, who's lost all will to fight. She seems much more traumatized than you imagine, repeatedly touching her eyes, silent and distant. Aw. This fucking sucks, dude.
Charon? Do you
Aw.
want some hot cocoa? I'm sure you're exhausted after such a tough fight.
Belle.
You should get some rest.
Thanks, but I'm fine.
Your eyes betray your emotions.
Don't listen to Grim Vulture. They'd say anything to get under your skin. Once we start doubting the truth, we've fallen into their trap.
No, Proxy. I think Grim Vulture has a point. Maybe it's all just in my head. The things Grim Vulture left. When I touched them, I was reminded of the day the old capital fell. I felt the same sensation when I touched an injured comrade.
The
I
thing
tried
is-
to shake off that feeling. But the truth is, I can't stop thinking about the possibility that all my squad mates are dead.
Here's the thing is, even if what Grim Vulture is saying is the truth, and Trigger / Charon, you know what? I'm gonna call her Charon. She's been Charon this entire agent story. They're clearly trying to establish her, as Charon and not Trigger, currently narratively. So she's Charon. The thing is with about Charon, even if what Grim Vulture is saying is the truth and her squad mates really did die, and Charon is quote unquote, traumatized to the point that she's kind of denying the reality that her teammates are dead and like trying to cope with that fact by like, bringing up these like visions, right? Even if that's all true, the fuck, how is that a problem? Like, yeah, it sucks that she's feeling that way, and obviously like we would love for her to move on and be able to make something for life and live peacefully if she can, but it's perfectly understandable because of how fucking traumatized she is. Number one, she fucking lost her eyesight. Like that, like, can we just talk about that? Like, she used to be able to see, and now she's lost 90% of her vision. That is traumatic. Like, losing just a complete sense, that in of itself is traumatic. Then, considering she's an orphan and that her only quote unquote family that she's ever had are all dead and like were killed in what seems to be a very gruesome manner, if we decide to trust Grim Vulture's words. Like all these things are events that should leave someone incredibly traumatized, like Charon. And if they are trying to cope with the fact, or they are unable to accept reality, perfectly understandable. She needs therapy. She needs emotional support. And it kind of seems like Grim Vulture is trying to make Charon feel ashamed about feeling this way. Like, fuck you. Like, fuck no. Like, oh, haha, it's your fault. And like, you can't move on, or like, you can't accept their deaths. Like, if what you're saying is true and she can't, that's perfectly understandable. Like, what point are you trying to make aside from trying to antagonize and taunt her as much as possible? Like, which is obviously the intent here, right? There's definitely some resentment from Grim Vulture towards Charon. Like, they're obviously trying to taunt and antagonize them. But like, get off your moral high horse. There is no moral high horse here from Grim Vulture. Like, the fact that Grim Vulture called Charon a coward, like, fuck you. Like, you are like, especially like hiding the way she's hiding. Like, I assume it's a she, by the way, Grim Vulture. Could be obviously a voice changer, but the voice sounds feminine. So, and also the reason, also the fact that we're not seeing Grim Vulture's face, like we're only hearing the sound of their voice, makes me think that it's actually one of the two girls that we saw earlier from the from the quote unquote victims. So either Zoe or Aaron. So I I'm assuming it's one of those two, because otherwise I would think that they would show the actual appearance of Grim Vulture. But who knows? Maybe it could just be just a random NPC or someone we haven't seen before. I don't know.
Would you be willing to share more? What really happened on the day the old capital fell with you and the Liar Squad?
That day, in the first hour Hollow Zero started expanding, Defense Force HQ thought it was just a normal Hollow disaster, and thought they could suppress it with the standard amount of troops. Liar Squad was among the first troops sent there. Before we left, our superiors promised reinforcements would be on the way to support us in combat, so we didn't need to worry too much about facing the Ethereals.
Mm-hmm.
But soon after we began the mission, we realized things weren't going to go like we thought. The Ethereals came at us like an endless tide. The Hollow expanded beyond control, and more importantly, the reinforcements never came.
There weren't any
The
reinforcements.
Defense Force troops outside the Hollow soon realized this was no ordinary disaster. Hollow Zero was devouring Eridu at horrifying speed. The reinforcement plan was called off, and the promised troops retreated.
So they left you to die.
Honestly, even if they had come to help,
Or yeah,
it wouldn't have changed anything. I watched as members of the advanced force around me died one after another, or were corrupted into ethereals.
God,
Our
that sounds
squad
like a
slowly lost
living
the strength
nightmare.
to maintain formation. I was a weak point in our formation. An ether shot fired by an ethereal hit my eyes, corrupting them. Because of that and several other wounds,
And that's why she has ether
I
vision.
shortly lost consciousness. I'm not sure how long I was out, but just before losing my vision, I briefly
Is that
regained
Nineveh?
consciousness. The last thing my eyes saw was my squad mate standing in front of me.
1,
Looking
2,
back,
3, 4.
When I woke up again, I was already back at base. The higher-ups detonated the Shiryu pillars, and finally managed to bring Hollow Zero under control. I don't know who rescued me from the Hollow, but none of my squad mates had made it out. For some reason, the image of my squad mates being the last thing I saw has stayed in my mind. It must be some kind of sign. A sign that they're still alive. Don't you think?
I would
They
hope
must have
so,
continued
Charon,
fighting
but
after I fell unconscious. Eventually
I
getting
don't think
lost
so.
in some hollow and losing contact with the main force. Left to wander between the various hollows of New Eridu. That must have been what happened, right? The Defense Force? Civilians? No one believes me. So I decided to find them myself. The reason behind these eyes. It's got to be to guide me to finding them still alive. Am I wrong, Proxy? Are these eyes pointless?
I think you're
I
wrong,
knew
but I
that's
don't
what
think
you
your
thought.
eyes are pointless.
Interpreting what my eyes see as proof my squad mates are still alive is just wishful thinking. But if they're really gone, why would I have been given these eyes, which bring nothing but pain? If they're truly no longer alive, how can I apologize to them in person? Tell them I'm sorry. Sorry for being so weak. Sorry that I failed to protect them.
They were protecting
Their
you.
faces are all so blurry. I can't see their expressions. I can't even bear to look at them. If their final look at me was filled with resentment and disappointment, I wouldn't know how to handle it.
Oh, hold on. It is. Erica Mendez, yeah? Erica Mendez. Bravo. I searched it up just to confirm because I needed to get it right. That whole passage was... Well, I like both of these.
Charon, listen to me. Even if everyone else thinks you're wrong, Belle and I will always stand by your resolve to find your squad mates.
Well said,
You don't
Wise.
need to make any justifications. Because someone close to us is missing too.
Even if
and we desperately
you're
hope she's still
wrong,
alive.
the
Even if the
resolve to
whole world
find them
doesn't
isn't
understand,
something to be
we
ashamed
will
of.
never give up. But I also think being consumed by this obsession, unable to move forward, that's not what those who matter to us would want.
That's right. Charon, you're a very kind person. Maybe that's why you feel responsible for protecting everyone and regret when you can't do enough.
Right.
But you don't have to carry it all on your own.
Search for them, but for closure, for yourself. Not because of your guilt. We'll stick with you to the end.
Yeah, you can trust us to have your back. We're certain that Grim Vulture hasn't killed the client yet. As long as we have a lead, there's still hope, and we'll be your support.
If
Your
even
will and
one of them is
determination
alive, that's
shouldn't be dismissed.
major success.
No matter how things turn out, we'll stand by your side, and we'll face it together.
Proxy, thank you. I feel better now. At the very least, I want to keep investigating. I'm not just going to stop here.
With the tension easing, it's time to discuss the plan going forward. Just then, the phone rings. Hi,
Sorry
Shepard.
to disturb you at this hour. Did you go investigate that new hollow? How's it going? Oh, never mind. The client just shared a new location.
Yep,
with me
not
on
surprised.
Knock.
They're pretty eager, huh? Which hollow is it this time?
Time for the final
No,
confrontation,
it's not a
I think.
hollow. If I'm reading this right,
Oh,
this
wonderful.
location is Scott Outpost.
Scott Outpost? Isn't that managed by the Defense Force and White Star Institute? What's Grim Vulture up to?
It's Remembrance Day. Don't you recall what Aaron said before? They're holding an event right now, and the place will be open to the public.
So they're not trying to lure us into a hollow this time.
I love this OST too, by the way.
Are they trying to taunt us?
Whether it's a provocation or a trap, I'm not missing any chance to face Grim Vulture. Proxy, will you go with me?
Absolutely. The official commencement of the Remembrance Day has been scheduled for tomorrow morning, meaning ordinary citizens still cannot freely enter Scott Outpost today. Under arrangements, Charon spent the night at the store. The next morning... to be honest, I didn't sleep much. I'm gonna select that because I did not sleep much last night, so... Leave it to me. This is a really good story. This is definitely one of my favorites. Honestly, it might be my second favorite behind Lighters. Ooh. I completely forgot about Harumasa's. Harumasa's my favorite. Then Lighters, I think. Then this one, I think, so far. This one could be second, though. Depending on how well it ends, I think it could be my second favorite ahead of Lighters. Just the pacing, the tone of the story, and the voice acting, and how hateable, but also how intriguing Grim Vulture has been as an antagonist so far. It's good. Oh, you're good. Like, you're allowed to be weak. You're allowed to lose your composure. You're allowed to go down a wrong path, to feel guilt, to feel shame about these things. The important thing is to get back up, to be able to realize, you know, that the path you are on is affecting you negatively. and to then take, a different choice, to make a different decision. And you could even, like Wise said, you can have this search for your squad mates and the resolve to go look for them, and it can be healthy, right? Because you can kind of think about it in a certain way. If your perspective is one that is looking for something or someone to get closure or to move on, or for yourself, then yeah, that's healthy. But if you're obsessing over it because of guilt or shame, then that's bad. It's a matter of perspective for sure. Yeah, everyone would struggle to process this. Yeah, take your time. You arrive at Scott Outpost with Charon. Many citizens have come to Remembrance Day. They must be the relatives of those who gave their lives during the fall of the old capital. For some reason, after coming here, Charon has been acting a bit strange. Yeah, sure. You wanna? Does she wanna remember them? Oh. Oh, dear. Yeah, we can do it together. Oh, this is actually really good. Oh my god, look at this. Bro, I love this. Oh, this is so great. Bro, something that Zenless has done such a good job so far is really putting the necessary weight to the fall of the old capital. Like Hollow Zero and the fall of the old capital in this story so far in lore has really felt impactful. A lot of stories, especially fantasy, sci-fi as well, will have those like big cataclysm moments because it's such a good way to set up a fantasy world, right? You had an old civilization, you had this kind of Armageddon of some kind that kind of wiped the slate clean, and you can start over, right? You can pick up something new, and you can still kind of have some interesting lore that way. And it's a really good narrative engine, and there's a reason people use it. I've used it in some of my own creative writing. I'm writing a fantasy novel. Well, not currently writing said fantasy novel, but I've been working on a fantasy novel for years in my head, and I've put a little bit of it to paper, and I have my own cataclysm event in said fantasy novel. But the problem is with some of these stories is they don't take the time to really set how devastating or impactful or destructive that cataclysm event was. Usually it's just something that was a part of history and people have moved on from it, right? In Zenless, it's fresh. It feels like it has a constant influence on the people in New Eridu, right? And the fact that you can still see the hollows in the distance, right? The fact that you have moments like these where, people will go to, Scott Outpost on Remembrance Day and kind of think about, the people that lost in the disaster. You have moments like in 1.4, where Bell and Wise, are remembering Carol Arna and their experience of Hollow Disaster. You have the moment with Yabi and her mother, right? She remembers that that day as well, and it really feels like they've done such a good job at really establishing this moment in history and showing its impact. I really love it. Like, this is amazing. I love this. I think this is great. Oh, and showing how someone, yeah, showing someone drunk because his wife died in the disaster, and he's coping with the fact that she's gone on Remembrance Day by getting drunk. It's these tiny pieces of, I keep shaking the camera because I keep getting too passionate. It's these tiny pieces of storytelling that go a long way. And I think Zenless is really good at, taking those tiny details and really using it to enhance the story. Acheron's brother. Also, the fact that he's alone, no parents here, implies that the parents died as well. Oh. Another year without you by her side. Mom and dad miss you so much. The mom and dad are alive. Okay, never mind. Maybe the mom and dad didn't come because they were too emotionally devastated to actually, have this moment. Whereas Alan might have been, maybe is more, has processed this emotion more than his parents have, and he's able to come here by himself. Who knows? Another nice detail is the sobbing in the background. Oh, husband, father, maybe. Yeah. Sticks. Oh. Hey. Oh, she's young. I get it. She doesn't know. So we get one side of the story with Alan, right? He understands Charon's pain. He's older, right? He's had time to process this. Then you get a young child, one who is obviously, angry and frustrated at the world and grieving for her father, who is lashing out. Ooh, what really happened? This is amazing for Charon. Like, this is what's gonna give her the strength to, I think, overcome her culture. Aww. Nothing. Well, I don't want to say nothing because obviously, I haven't experienced a lot of loss. I'm young. I'm 27 years old. Freshly turned 27, so I'm young. I haven't lost that much, but I've lost before, and a particular experience with one of those losses was. I don't want to go into too much depth here, but it was unexpected, and when I found out, it was really a different grieving process than I had ever felt before. And what really brought me solace and allowed me to process the emotions I was feeling was connecting with other people who were grieving about, the same loss, particularly those who I had never established a connection with before. And I feel like being able to remember and reminisce about the people in the lives they've lost, um, and find those memories and share those memories with others who you are now meeting for the first time and finding a new connection through the memories that you had of the person that you lost, you know, and kind of like comparing those with the memories of the other person you are now meeting for the first time and their memories that they have of the person that you lost, it brings you a unique sense of comfort. And I think that's what's happening here is Charon is, she might have expected to, face the relatives of her old squad mates and be met with, shame and guilt and, frustration. And Zeta, for example, Styx's daughter, lashed out, and I think that's what Charon was expecting from everyone. But she's not getting that at all for the most part. And Zeta, Styx's daughter, is mostly lashing out because she's young, right? She's a kid. She doesn't understand the emotions behind this. Like, how could she understand, right? When you're so young and you lose your father, that's a pain that is unforgettable, and no one could ever understand it unless you've been through it, obviously, which I hope all of you haven't. And but instead, what Charon is finding is solace. It's the victim's relatives that are telling her these things and allowing her to realize that the best thing for her is to to grieve, to process, and to find closure and move on. And that's what her old squad mates would have wanted, and it's what the relatives of those squad mates want as well. To your surprise, many relatives of deceased Liar squad members are here for the Remembrance Day event. Is this really just a coincidence? As he pondered this question, relatives have gathered in front of Charon.
Miss, I'm sorry for being mean to you before. Mom told me you were protecting Dad until the very last moment before you passed out. I shouldn't have said you left him to die.
I'm really sorry. Zeta was really young when it happened, so she was too little to understand.
Perfectly fine.
And I haven't really talked about it.
Well, yes, obviously
I
apologize for what you say, but...
No, she was right. If only I'd been strong enough to take down most of the ethereals, maybe they wouldn't have ended up in that situation.
Oh, that's not fair. The old capital was falling. No single person's strength could ever be the deciding factor in the face of a disaster like that.
In spite of it all, you survived. If they were still here, I'm sure they'd see that as something to celebrate.
Right.
I've always known the truth.
Sorry,
I failed to protect them.
Getting a bit emotional
Only
here.
like me survived, and the rest of them disappeared without a trace. This isn't solace. It's the worst possible outcome. That's something I can't face. I've never had the courage to tell you I couldn't protect your loved ones. All I can do is wander New Eridu, hoping to find some trace of them. Even after all this time, I still haven't accomplished anything.
There's nothing to
I'm
accomplish.
sorry.
You really don't know us at all. This isn't the worst possible outcome by any means. Styx, my husband, and all his comrades who lost their lives, each one of them left behind their own legacy. Just look all around you. Everyone standing before you is a legacy they protected that is carried on to this day. After my husband passed away, Zeta and I received survivor benefits. And with all the odd jobs I've been doing, we've managed to get to where we are today.
That's good to hear.
Styx always wanted our daughter to study art, and Zeta's interested in it too. Now, that dream has become a reality. She just got accepted
And
into
good
the
for
art
her.
school in Janus.
Genuinely good for her.
Mom and I have our tough days, but I often think
These
of
are
Dad's
strong
cheerful
people.
laughter, and
Strong
that
people.
memory gives me the strength to keep
They've
pushing
grieved, they've processed,
through. One day,
they've
it'll
moved
all
on,
pay off,
and they've found
just like it
closure
has now.
somehow, somewhere.
Thank you for always being by my husband's side, even at the very end.
Well, I suppose you must have heard about my condition from my son.
Ethel, Kakaitis used to tell me about you. He often took leave or skipped work to earn extra money by part-timing, or to care for you when you were sick in bed.
Yes, that's true, but I bet he never told you my illness became so bad that I needed major surgery, and he worked his tail off to raise the money. Who would have thought he would pass before me? I used the benefits from his death for the surgery, and that's the only reason
legacy.
I'm here today. In a way, his passing allowed my life to continue. Every time I think about it, I feel like I need to keep my body healthy and live a few more years. The sights I see, I believe he can sense them from somewhere far away. When I was too weak to take care of him, it was you and your comrades who stayed by his side. Thank you for everything that you've done for him.
As for me, well, I'm currently working as a fashion designer.
Hey.
A fashion designer? Is that because of Acheron?
It is. I'm sure you remember
Yeah,
how much she loved
Grim Vulture
beautiful
described her as
things.
beautiful.
She was always into fashion, so I decided to become part of that world. That way, she can always be with me. I admit I had no idea how fun fashion design could be until I actually gave it a shot. I wish I'd figured that out sooner. We would have had so much more to talk about. Anyway, I'm planning to start my own fashion brand next year. She used to say that after retiring from the army, she wanted to pursue fashion design. I really want to carry on her dream. It feels like my life's purpose. You know, she used to talk about you when she came home for the holidays. How your rivalry pushed her to keep improving. So, thank you. I'm proud of my sister. And I'm proud of you, too.
As you can see, all of us have made it to this day,
Well
carrying
said.
the will of those we loved. So please don't say they left nothing behind. They've always been a part of every pain and joy
Every
we've
pain
experienced
and
over
joy.
the years. Please remember, everything and everyone in New Eridu is only here today because you all risked your lives in battle.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's been wonderful to hear about how you're all doing and to listen to these words. I'm so glad I decided to come here on Remembrance Day.
Speaking of which, I wasn't expecting to see any of you.
Well,
What brings you here
here we
today?
go.
I could ask you the same thing, Ethel. Last time I asked, you said you weren't coming.
Nathan.
I only came because I suddenly got a DM from Nathan.
Oh,
He
God.
said he really wanted me to be here.
I'm here because of Nathan's message, too. He was pretty insistent, so I thought he'd be here. But I've been looking around for a while now. I still
Is
haven't
Grim
seen him.
Vulture not a woman?
So, it's the same for all of us. I responded to his message, but he never wrote back. Isn't that strange?
Sorry, but who's this Nathan you're talking about?
Nathan is Lethe's younger brother. Frankly, out of all of us, he's probably the one who wants to see you the most. He used to be part of the defense force himself, and
What?
The day the old capital fell, his squad was responsible for supporting the forces that had already entered the Hollow, which included all of you.
Oh,
He's
could
told us
he
that
be
story
feeling
so many
survivor's
times.
guilt?
When they saw how bad things were in that Hollow, some of the reinforcements called off their plans
And he's
pulled
like-
back. He tried to stop them, but there was nothing
He's
he
kind
could
of
do.
like imposing
He
his
always
own
blamed
emotions
himself
onto Trigger.
and wanted to find you to apologize. But the truth is, the reinforcements retreating was inevitable. Shortly after their retreat, headquarters issued the official order. We all lost someone in that disaster. And for a while, we resented the reinforcements for their decision. But over time, we came to understand it, and we eventually let it go. There was no avoiding casualties in that battle. In hindsight, it wasn't wrong for headquarters to prioritize saving their strength.
May I ask what the name of Nathan's squad was when he was in the defense
Trigger,
force?
yeah, she's
The
caught.
Impera squad of the Obsidian Division. Is something
Impera.
wrong?
Who was that? Was
Nothing.
it Zoe?
It's just... I think I might
Oh,
have stumbled upon the
anger.
answer I was looking for.
After 4 family members paid their respects and left, they continued touring on Remembrance Day. Charon stood there in a daze, seemingly having understood something. At that moment, a sound came from the open space in front of the outpost. It seemed someone had stepped onto the podium, and the citizens all gathered in the podium, preparing to listen to the person's speech. Oh, it is Zoe. Oh God. Oh God.
Is that Zoe on the podium?
Is she here to speak on behalf of the soldiers? Decorated veteran. That seems fitting. But I don't see Jesse or Aaron around. Didn't they come?
Were they killed maybe? Why
Everyone,
Zoe?
please quiet down. Zoe
Nemesis
of
Squad.
Nemesis Squad, a representative of the veterans. will
I
now
didn't. That
deliver
name
the
didn't
Remembrance
come
Day
out
speech.
before. Did she lie about her squad?
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to stand here and speak on behalf of all of the soldiers of the Defense Force. Today, we gather to commemorate Remembrance Day, a day born from the tragedy.
She does
of the
kind of
old
have the
Capitol's
same
fall.
voice
Many
inflection
of us
as
lost
Vulture.
relatives or friends in the disaster.
Is it hers? And
And I am no exception.
was she acting
Every
as
member of
Nathan?
my
Or
squad perished in that battle, leaving me as the only
oh,
survivor.
I think she.
Losing the friends you cherish to the Hollow is a pain that never fades. It's a sorrow that will stay with us, now and forever. However, to the families of the fallen soldiers, hold your heads high with pride for your loved ones who gave their lives.
But this
They
sounds.
fought to the very
These
last
words are very
moment when the
sincere.
old capital fell.
Is Nathan
Death
actually
isn't the
real?
end, nor dishonor. It is their eternal medal. They gave their lives facing an unstoppable disaster, exchanging their sacrifice for the world we have today. In doing so, they fulfilled their duties as soldiers to perfection. Without the blood they spilled, Eridu would not have endured, and new Eridu would never have risen from the ashes. In honor of the wishes of the departed, look ahead, people of New Eridu. Our thoughts and remembrance of those who passed will be carried in every flicker of candlelight and in
I'm like
every
really
bouquet of
tense right
flowers.
now. Zoe's speech is met with a wave of prolonged applause. Yet amidst the claps, she droops her head, her expression darkening. She stays silent, waiting for the applause to fade before lifting her gaze and scanning the crowd. Her eyes pause briefly on Charon, carrying a chilling aura. Zoe, don't fucking do it.
My speech was meant to end here, but since you all seem quite engaged, please allow me to share a little more. The reason you all agree with what I've said is because it offers a way to step away from the pain. That's what the living do. They seek ways to ease the weight of others' deaths, so they can find a way to start over. This is the new Eridu of today. A huge disaster consumed the old capital, and the people who survived it keep saying things like, treasure the moment and start fresh to numb themselves, hoping to forget the nightmare.
I mean,
No
sure.
one talks about the soldiers who gave their lives in Hollow Zero. No one asks why they had to die. The brave gave their lives battling the ethereal onslaught, while the weak survived. This
Hey,
is a new Eridu, built by weaklings. Its order founded upon their way of thinking. Your applause makes me realize you all accept this logic. Each of you had loved ones who sacrificed their lives in the fall of the old capital. And now, you're thankful that someone has encouraged you to move on from them.
no.
What meaning does the sacrifice of those who died have if you all choose to forget?
You're not
Never thought
forgetting.
about why your own loved ones had to die, and why no one is responsible for their deaths?
Miss Zoe, there's not much time left.
None of
before
them
your-
have forgotten.
Open your eyes! I'm speaking to those who have lost loved ones.
She just can't process it
If
herself.
death is the medal for the fallen, then pain is the cross the living must bear. If you fear its weight and run from the suffering, the soldiers will never find peace
That's
in
not
their
what they're
eternal
doing.
rest.
That's not what they're
Tear
doing.
the wound open once again, so you'll never forget the searing pain. That's the real meaning of Remembrance
This is
Day.
the opposite of what the people who
I
died.
don't agree.
Yeah, well said, Charon.
Charon, I didn't expect you to be here for Remembrance Day. How are things going with your search? Seems like you have something to say.
Among the people standing here, there's a woman who raised her daughter with the survivor benefits left by her husband. Another who's been able to carry on with her life thanks to the final efforts of her child. And yet another who's found purpose because of the influence of his late sister. The will of the deceased lives on in every person here. The soldiers who died during the fall of the old capital fought for this.
Exactly.
The future that their loved ones are making for themselves now.
Exactly, and it's
The
not that they're
old me might have
forgetting.
agreed with what you said, but someone taught me that pain and hardship
They
can lead to
remember
hope.
the pain
helped
every
me see
day.
that hope
They
can
are
be
just
inherited,
strong because
just
they
destroyed
live
when life fades.
with it,
That's why
accepting it.
I believe the departed didn't leave us wounded or with a heavy cross to bear, but with a melody. Each of us holds a harmonica that plays the melody of life. At first, it may sound awkward, but it will eventually flow smoothly, taking on our own style, until it merges with our soul.
You seem quite certain about what you're saying. Tell me then, what kind of melody is left behind by those we've lost?
I'm not sure. I can't picture the exact
I think the
melody,
answer is
but
different
I
for
trust the answer
each
I've
person.
chosen. And I trust everything I've seen and heard.
A vague and insubstantial answer, isn't it? I was right about you, Charon. From the moment we met, I knew we'd never really understand each other.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Everyone, I apologize for taking up your time. My speech ends here. Please feel free to
She
continue with
doesn't
your visit.
seem like she's... Zoe exits the venue without sparing a single glance back, leaving the audience and the defense force in a state of confusion. Charon looks thoughtfully in the direction she disappeared.
What do you think, Proxy?
I know who she is. We
Her
all know
demeanor
who
and
she
what
is.
said earlier. Something was clearly off. I have a bad feeling.
You mean about her real identity, right?
Anger.
Looks like we're on the same page. Shielded by her identity as a decorated soldier, she seemed pretty confident that we wouldn't confront her directly on military ground like at the outpost. She arrived so brazenly and left without a care. If I'm right about this,
Yep, I
she'll
agree.
be trying to contact
She's
us again
frustrated.
in no time.
Zoe Vulture is contacting us so quickly because she's realized that she didn't get to Charon. That Charon she is making the right steps towards, moving on emotionally through processing her grief and through grieving and all the taunts that she threw at Charon just have been washed away. And it frustrates her because she's unable to do that the same. She's lashing out. She's very, very similarly. She's lashing out the way Zeta was, the daughter of Styx. But she is taking it too far, obviously. She is an adult, not a child. She just is. And unfortunately, you see this a lot. People who have lost someone and go down a dark path because, unfortunately, they are unable to deal with that pain. And it just horribly affects them in a way that destroys their lives. Just as she finishes her sentence, the phone rings again. Shepard appears on the screen as you answer the phone call. He seems panicked and anxious to speak, but the moment he sees that you're in Scott Outpost, he swallows back the words and clears his throat instead.
Looks like you're a little busy, so I'll keep it short. The client just sent me a location via Knock Knock, along with a picture of several unconscious, tied-up individuals.
Alright,
I'll send you the location.
come here, Zoe.
It should be an entrance to the
I'm gonna
hollow
knock
of Port
some
Elpis.
sense into you
At this stage, I don't have any
and
further requests.
put you in jail because you killed
My
people.
only hope is that you'll proceed with caution.
A location with a picture of the hostages. Looks like Grim Vulture is losing patience and wants to put an end to all this.
Charon, what's your plan? No matter what you decide, I'll stay by your side till the end.
Charon doesn't answer right away. Instead, she takes out her harmonica and looks down at it as if she's trying to decide.
I've made up my mind. Proxy, please accept my official commission. Help me venture into the depths of the Hollow to rescue the client and any other hostages. It's time to put an end to this. It's up to me to stop Grim Vulture. Stop her from crushing everything in front of her with that heavy cross.
Indeed. And, well, at this, she has to pay for the consequences. You leave the Remembrance Day event here on a return to the video store. She cleans her firearm multiple times and keeps adjusting her breathing. The showdown is about to begin. I say she has to pay squad are currently, right? But at the same time, she's taking it too far. She's an adult and she has let the pain of her loss push her to an extreme, and now it's too late to go back. She's never going to be able to go back to just a normal citizen, someone who has the ability to move on with their lives completely because she did take people's lives. Sure. I mean, she's already shown vulnerability. She's impatient. She gets frustrated easily. Target that. Make her lose her composure, and then we have a chance. Yeah, do the same. Let's do this shit. Oh, I'm excited. This is about to be a conversation and then some. I wonder what I wonder where they're gonna go with this. Like, what direction are they gonna take Zoe's character? Are they gonna have her die? Are they gonna kind of absolve her of her crimes? Are they going to, you know, banish her? Are they going to arrest her? I'm curious. If it was me, I'd probably, as a writer, I would probably do the latter. I would keep her alive, and I would have her spend time in prison, and then hopefully maybe in the future she will, you know, well, murder. I don't know. It's tough. Is that a life sentence?
Another communicator. It's a bad habit for a sniper to be so talkative.
Oh, really? I think it's rather good for my mental health to witness in real time how my target becomes desperate and gives
What mental health? You have none of it. It's shattered.
You really still need to disguise your voice? I thought you didn't want to hide anymore, Zoe.
You're right. Seems there's no need for secrecy anymore. I, Zoe, the sniper known as Grim Vulture of Nemesis Squad, send you my regards.
Zoe. No. Grim Vulture. You, like me, were one of the advanced troops deployed to suppress Hollow Zero right after the fall of the old capital, right? Noct, Cartes, and Impera Squad. So far, all the victims have been members of these squads. They were initially supposed to enter the Hollow to reinforce the advanced troops. Nemesis, your squad, lacking reinforcements, lost everyone except you in the fall of the old capital. You blamed their deaths on the absence of reinforcements and sought revenge on them. That's my conclusion. Just like me. The fall of the old capital left you entirely alone.
Ooh, it's not anger, it's sadness.
A sniper, the sole survivor, a mere pawn abandoned by the military. Don't you think we're very much alike? The Impera squad member, Nathan, the one you're searching for, he pleaded with me to let him go when I was about to kill him, saying he had to see you no matter what. That's how you caught my attention. I let him live to get all sorts of information on you.
Okay, so
I was so curious about you that I even set a trap, disguising myself as a victim to get closer to you. It turns out we share the same story.
And why taunt her?
We even got the same PTSD symptoms. After all these years, we still see images of our teammates before they die.
Besides lashing out, which is probably just the reason in and of itself.
It's just, you use ridiculous fantasies to numb yourself, chasing after illusions of your squad.
And you're much better, bitch. Fucking going out and killing people. Innocent people.
When I was overwhelmed with the unbearable images of my comrades' deaths, vomiting and
There we go.
crying, I finally realized for vengeance against those who abandoned us, begging me to destroy the repulsive, hypocritical new order of New Eridu. So, I carried on their will. I began kidnapping targets and sniping them in the hollow, watching as they became corrupted and died in despair.
You really think this is what they'd want?
Anger.
What else? Would they want me to be like you, playing at a game of finding my missing
No,
squad,
they wouldn't want either.
accepting their death
Suki,
when
good
I'm
to see
done
you.
playing,
It's,
and
I
then
feel like it's been a while,
forgiving
Suki.
the very
How have you
enemy
been?
who killed them? What a noble and virtuous gesture. Forgive on behalf of fallen comrades, coexist with New Eridu's
No,
order,
no,
and
there's
live peacefully among cowards.
there is no forgiving here. She could not process her pain, and she needed somewhere to direct it, and eventually one night she was overwhelmed by her grief, and her mind broke in a way to where she began to direct her pain towards the supposed reinforcements that were supposed to save the advanced squads. And from then on, she kept spiraling, and eventually it led to just straight up murder. And now she's trying to justify it because what else can she do, right? What path does she has available to her now? She's gone too far. But so her path is wrong, so is Trigger's, right? What there is a semblance of truth to what Zoe was saying, in the fact that Trigger was almost, I don't want to say running away, because I don't think that's true. She was refusing to try to move on, refusing to try to get closure, letting the guilt and I guess anger at herself for not doing anything during the moment her squad mates lost their lives overwhelm her and causing her to be unable to accept reality. Both of them reacted wrongly to death, which, like I said before, that's not surprising. Loss on this scale is devastating to you and your mental health. It can affect you in ways that is indescribable. The important thing is to realize it and to move on and to grieve. Allow yourself to be sad, allow yourself to be angry, but not inflict it on other people. To realize that the very reason those people died in the first place was to guarantee you, to secure you a future where you could live happily despite the pain and grief that you hold within yourself, like the relatives of Trigger's old squad mates. And Trigger has realized that and has moved on properly, and Zoe refuses to realize that. I feel like she almost feels envious of Trigger. The fact that Trigger or Charon has realized what she has, has the closure that she's gotten. So, and now she's just lashing out once again. Suki, been busy in the morning, but other than that, all good. Good to hear. Good to hear, Suki. Good to see you. I hope all is well with you. And yes, I know my streams, usually when I do them, are at a bad time. So, Trigger event story. Trigger event story has been so good so far. This might be my second favorite event story in the game, behind Harumasa's. And even then, I think it's top 3 for sure. It's lighter, it's Trigger, it's Harumasa. Those are my favorites so far. Suki, though people are unhappy with Cyrene changes, I don't mind, though I don't care much about Endgame. Same here, Suki. That said, I think it's a very poorly designed kit, and I'm a bit sad that they are being as greedy as they are. Cyrene is Cyrene, nothing else. That I agree with. A lot of people have been upset with, oh, Cyrene looks too much like Alicia. She's just another Alicia expert. Like, bitch, the reason a lot of people were interested in Cyrene in the first place was because she was the Alicia expert. And on top of that, Cyrene has done plenty to differentiate herself from Alicia, right? Cyrene is her own character. And just because she pays homage to Alicia in her, actual playable design does not mean that she is just an Alicia shill, no. And yeah, Dahlia drip marketing was very cool, yeah. So there are some things with the Cyrene outrage that I can understand and that I can sympathize with, even if I don't feel that way. Other things I feel like people are just making an uproar for no reason. So Suki, Cyrene is Cyrene. Whatever her kit is, I just take it. I play for Casterus, so Cyrene worship her. I just pull. That's a certain perspective to take as well. Like, I obviously, like I said, I can understand why people feel that way. But for me personally, as frustrated as I am with how poorly designed Cyrene's kit is, I was going to pull for her regardless. So people have a hard time accepting Cyrene. It is to what it is. Yes and no. I think it's important to recognize that Cyrene is extremely Cyrene's kit and the way she was designed is extremely greedy, I guess, because obviously it's like summon for Ichu or she's going to be less good, and I think that's really bad behavior by Hoyoverse. I don't think we should justify that behavior at all. I think characters should be usable and make sense at their E0. That said, there's a line, right? There's a line, and at a certain point, I think attacking people for wanting to summon Cyrene because they like Cyrene is not acceptable. So, anyway, continuing with the story because I don't want to interrupt the pace that much.
Precisely because you and I are so similar that this hypocritical and cruel attitude makes it even harder for me to forgive you. After our first conversation, I was certain I must end your life myself.
Yeah, okay.
To prove I'm right.
You don't even believe what you're
Exactly what I
saying.
wanted to say to you too. Because we've suffered the same hardships, I can't accept the path of destruction you've chosen. Jesse, Aaron, Nathan, the client I've been searching for, and any other targets of revenge you've set your sights on. They all feel regret and struggle over the choices they made back then. But you can't see any of that. You didn't target the higher-ups who misjudged the situation, the dangerous ethereals who killed your comrades,
Oh, that's
or
true.
the ones responsible for the fall of the old capital. Instead,
That I
you
didn't
went
even
after
bring
the
up.
easiest
That is true.
targets. Grim Vulture, as a sniper of the Eridu Defense Force, you have failed in your duty. To preserve the will and hope left by my comrades, I'm going to put an end to your actions right here.
It looks like Charon is straight up going to kill her.
That suits me just fine. A sniper should let the gun do the talking. Make it to the deepest part of the hollow alive, and I'll meet you with nothing but raw malice.
Let's do it. Suki, based by leaks, she was initially worked for Casterus. Remember, it seems that now Crisis airs, which means they have changed. Yeah, I think she was probably always intended to work with other Crisis airs.
And many other squads. Did you know the reinforcements that were meant to back us up ended up deciding to retreat? Relying on a show of hands to vote. Isn't that ridiculous? Our lives were discarded in such an absurd way, like a kindergarten election for class monitor. So, when I killed them, I employed
Yeah,
the
she's
same method.
too destructive. She's too far gone.
A dozen or so people I captured, vote on who I should kill first.
She's insane.
You wouldn't believe how funny it was.
Like, she's not any better than...
Laugh! Why aren't you laughing?
She's so broken as a person. It's difficult to feel something for her. But also, I am sad that she was reduced at this point.
I won't betray your trust.
Like, Zoe at one point was probably a normal person, and she was, you know, Hollow Zero has taken something from her, and she's been reduced to this destructive force. And it's really sad.
I'll manage things.
I mean, she probably always had this within her, right? Because she is like psychopathic to a certain extent, but those tendencies probably would have never been unearthed had Hollow Zero never
Jesse
happened.
and Aaron, do you have them too? Or are they already?
You still care about them? Or should I say... It looks like I haven't seen it. But, you know, I think if you still have the time to worry about them... Why not leave their faces an unsolved mystery? Normally that's more sensible, right? In any case, when you stumble into the underworld with your insides spilling out,
The wind and rain are picking up.
Damn, I was going through that too quickly.
extreme weather is perfect for sending you to your grave.
God, she is a great villain, but she is a villain through and through. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I wonder, do you remember the weather on the day the old capital fell? It wasn't heavy rain like now, but the sky was just dark. Both your teammates and mine. They all perished in a place like this. Now that I think about it, I guess
No,
I'm
no.
actually doing something
There's
good.
no way.
Because if I let you and your teammates die here, maybe you'll be reunited.
Okay, she said that sarcastically.
You
Okay.
should be grateful. I'll make sure you die just as painfully as your teammates did.
Grim Vulture, are you in pain?
A lot of it.
Don't you get it? I'm the one in charge of this conversation. I haven't given you
The fact that
permission
she's
to
saying that in of itself shows that
I
she's
can
slipping.
sense your suffering. It's
shut it.
Mm-hmm. Deflection, denial, the whole shebang. Suki, though, most unhappiness is through the old generation stack. Well, yes, of course. And then they fixed the problem with the Ichu. That is what deserves criticism. Is the fact that her kit is designed so obviously to have you summon for her Ichu. That is wrong. Her kit should work at E0. And that I will criticize Hoyoverse for. And I'm going to talk about it when I summon for Cyrene. Because I am going to summon for her Ichu. I am a part of the problem. But just because I'm a part of the problem, I shouldn't be antagonized or hated for summoning because I like Cyrene. There's a delicate gray area, a delicate balance to operate in between when it comes to the Cyrene situation. And unfortunately, very difficult for the internet to operate in gray areas. It's black and white with them. It's very, large. It's either one extreme or the other. I don't want to kill it. Okay, here we go.
The real failure as a sniper is the one who's been forced into a corner, like you!
Alright, here we go, yeah. Deep breaths. Yep, there we go. Good job, Trigger. Good job, Karen.
the wind. It's shifting.
I won't fall for your distractions so easily.
Oh,
What?
I will
there we
surpass
go.
you.
Oh,
with
anger
my own
once
method
again.
of victory. And let the wind
Oh,
be the opening notes.
they exchange shots.
Charon, no, wake up, Charon!
Oh, fuck. Oh. Bulletproof vest? Yeah. What's... Okay, hold on. After the gunshot, the hollow falls silent once more, leaving only the countless biting raindrops, attempting over and over to wash away the scent of blood that oozed from the wounds of the defeated, only to fail time and time again. Wow, that is a line. The loser pays no attention to her mortal wound, only staring at the distant horizon as though salvation might be waiting there. Sometime later, the victor has climbed to the steel and stands in front of her. They share their last words while the defeated still has the energy to converse. So, yep, Zoe's passing.
Just you? Where's your friend, the proxy?
The proxy went to rescue the hostages. I want to speak with you alone.
I want to hear
A
this.
sniper should always monitor the changes to their surroundings, factoring the environment into their tactics. Being blinded by the intent to kill and failing to take this into account was your downfall.
Didn't expect to be lectured by a youngster. What a disgrace. When my view was blocked, I realized you'd used the visual blind spot to reposition. So I adjusted my aim accordingly. But I still couldn't hit you.
Your prediction and accuracy were spot on. I was just saved once
Oh,
again
it's the
by
harmonica.
by both this harmonica and by my former comrades.
Are you trying to say that this is destiny? That it's the will of your companions guarding you? I lost to the wave of ethereals, to the military's betrayal. And now I lose to your reckless actions, driven by
No, I
some
don't.
ridiculous fantasy. Your fantasy, your attitude, your very existence, and the outcome of this battle. They are the greatest denial and insult to my revenge.
Yet you're emitting
You're-
a much calmer ether energy now. Almost as if you found relief.
My vision is fading. I can't see my comrades on the brink of death anymore. My wounds are fatal. I don't feel any pain. Relief.
At the end, she
Not such a
found
bad
relief,
thing.
at least.
Did you intend for me to kill you from the start?
Let me answer that question with a story. The first time I saw you was actually during the fall of the old capital. My comrades were all dead, and the reinforcements the higher-ups promised before the mission never came. I can't even remember how long the fight went on. Ultimately, I had no choice but to retreat.
Unlike Trigger, she actually
failing
saw
to bring
them
back
die.
my squad mates' bodies.
That might have been
I
the
made
difference.
my way through one battle line after another. The advanced troops were nearly wiped out. But when I reached a certain front, a small squad of survivors called out to me. Few people can still stand after such severe corruption and injury, but all 5 of them were still fighting. They were protecting a girl who had lost her sight.
It sounds like Trigger
and
was
fallen
really young back
unconscious,
then, too.
searching for a way out of the hollow. They told me they were beyond saving. And if I planned to retreat, I must take the girl with me. I couldn't turn down the last request of a group of heroic soldiers about to die in battle. Your comrades entrusted your life to me. I was the one
And Zoe
who brought you out of the
grew
hollow.
resentful when Charon didn't
You
end up
already
turning
know
like her.
what happened afterward. It didn't take long for you to leave the defense force after you came to. Just like me. I developed PTSD so intense that sometimes I couldn't even hold a normal conversation.
Oh,
But for me, the hardest blow was the death of my squad.
she had PTSD even before
an
the death of
orphan
her
like me,
squad.
They were family.
Oh, no wonder
The
she broke.
reinforcements had kept their word and provided support. They wouldn't have died for nothing. Don't you ever
Oh,
have
that's
that
so
thought?
tragic.
To say I don't would be a lie. But I think deep down you know. From the moment we stepped into the hollow, there was no way we were getting saved. Given how quickly the hollow was spreading, and the ever-increasing number of ethereals, it would take the sacrifice
More people
of
would have
countless
just died.
defense force troops to suppress it. It wasn't something that could have been accomplished in such a short time.
Right. More
The
sacrifices
reinforcements would have
without
only been a
results.
drop in the bucket. More sacrifices without results. Canceling the reinforcements. Sending the advanced troops to rescue as many civilians as possible to minimize casualties. I think most commanders would have made the same decision.
It's just an impossible decision to make.
Objective and cold logic. I understand it, of course.
No.
But when you see members of the reinforcements living happy lives years later,
No, it's
still
hard,
keep your
but you
composure?
have to, Zoe.
I couldn't. Even if the chance was minuscule, I wanted my squad mates to survive. But they turned that chance to zero, and still have the nerve to embrace a peaceful future.
But you have to
I
recognize
can't
that.
help but resent them. By the time I realized what I'd done, I had already taken several lives.
Right. She just.
Nathan. When I tied him up and was about to kill him, he begged me to spare him, saying he had something to give you, no matter what. That was when you re-entered my line of sight. I think I've said this before. We're very similar, yet we have completely opposite beliefs. After meeting you, I became even
I'm
more
glad
certain.
that at very least she's
face of
recognizing
suffering,
what she chose.
I
Yeah.
chose destruction.
She says
While
she
you
chose destruction.
were destined to choose to protect. But you're still entangled in your obsession with your
No.
squad mates. If this continues, you'll eventually
That's
sink
not
into
true.
a void of despair.
She's
Your
been
hope
lifted by the
bubble,
relatives of her old
ready to
squad
burst
mates.
at any moment. The version of you I want to kill is the complete one, who can firmly reject my answer. If you haven't found your answer yet, then I'll be the one to push you forward. I kill you, or you end me. Either way works. But after seeing your growth, maybe I'd prefer you to step over my body. That's the final answer.
Wow.
Why?
Emptiness
yeah,
and
emptiness.
doubt.
Wow.
No matter
Literally
how
what I was
many
about to say.
targets of my revenge I took down, nothing changed. Aiming my gun at former comrades, drowning in hate and rage, all it
But
left.
there's no coming back after that.
But you're different. You've gained unconditional trust from the proxy. You have the courage to fight through my trap. And eventually, you'll have a melody that's uniquely yours. My belief has faltered. I finally remember. My squad mates were fools just like you. You're right. They would never want me to become this way. I talk about carrying their
And that's the
cross,
tragedy in all of this.
but in truth,
The fact that despite
I never carried their will.
knowing that she still
So
went down
be
this
it.
path.
Take the hostage and go. A villain stained with the blood of others deserves nothing but a miserable end. I'm looking forward to how long you'll be able to protect those in front of your eyes.
Charon doesn't leave. Instead, she kneels beside Grim Vulture, picks up the bullet-marked harmonica, and begins playing a melody titled Homecoming. The melody briefly takes over the roaring downpour, reaching the ears of Grim Vulture as she lies bleeding out, barely clinging to life. A faint glimmer appears in her empty eyes at the final moment.
It can still be played after taking a bullet. Impressive.
This is my final melody to you. No matter how miserable you've become, I'll still remember you. Remember we once shared the same
Even
path in
her
life,
will is passed
but in
on,
the end,
no matter how
our paths
distorted and
diverged.
destructive the sound is.
Your hatred has long twisted into sin. But if not for you, I wouldn't have learned how to hate, or found the true targets of my hatred. I used to know nothing. My teammates served as my teachers and taught me so much. And I think you must be my final teacher. You taught me, in the most intense way, what hatred truly
If only it could have been
means.
done a different way.
Really? So you found someone you want revenge against, too. That's good.
The melody of Homecoming plays on as the girl endures the agony of her ocular rejection, struggling to make the harmonica's notes rise above the sound of the rain. As the last note fades amidst the relentless downpour, the defeated one takes her final breath. Rest in peace, Zoe. And I do mean that in a certain way. She was a monster at the end, but a tragedy from the start. You rescued the kidnapped people, leave the Hollow, anonymously report things to public security, and update the Shepherd on the situation. The series of tasks that need to be done after such an intense battle leaves you dizzy. After requesting to meet the client with Shepard, receive his message calling you to Port Elvis. I wonder, is it Nathan? Is it... Yeah, her pride. And also, like she said at the very end, at that point in time, Zoe wasn't exactly fully against dying to Charon. Like she was fine with whatever result. If she killed Charon, or if Charon killed her, I think she was at that point so broken as a person that she was okay with what ended up happening. Oh yes. Absolutely. I'm assuming it's Nathan. I mean, getting to form a connection with another one of the relatives would be really nice. Nathan, yep.
So you're the sniper from Liar Squad. It's nice to finally meet you.
And you must be the one who's been searching for me. Nathan, the younger brother of Lethe. It's good to see you safe and sound.
That's right. I'm sorry for causing all this trouble. I
No,
nearly
no,
cost you
it's-
your life, becoming a target of a victim from the fall of the old capital. Maybe that's what I get not helping my brother and the rest of the defense force back then. When the reinforcements decided to retreat, I spoke out against it. I had family among the soldiers already in the Hollow, but I didn't have the courage to take that step. The one that might have cost me my life. I'm sorry.
You don't need to feel regret
Right.
or apologize. The outcome wasn't something you could have controlled. You cared deeply for Lethe, and even today you still think of him. To someone like him, who always cherished family, that's more than enough.
Thank you. I heard you've been searching for the members of Liar Squad all these years. I'm nothing compared
I'll catch
to
up
your
to chat here in a
determination.
bit, Suki.
Thank you for everything you've done, but please stop the search. It's time for you to start living a life that's truly your own. I hate to say this as a family member, but back then, they were already...
I know.
trigger is...
You don't need to say it. I've been drowning in a fantasy of my own making for years. But it's
That was a
fantasy
coping
that kept me
mechanism
from
for sure.
falling into the abyss.
If she's ready to
Nathan,
move on, then she
Grimfulcher
should.
told me you
But
have
if she's
something
not,
you
then
want
it's
to give
fine.
me. Is that why you commissioned someone to find me?
Yes. After learning about the bond between you and your squad, I knew I couldn't live with myself if I didn't get this to you. So I got on my knees and begged Grimvulture. Even playing this recording for her, hoping it would move her.
Recording?
Regardless of how things unfolded. What matters is that it wasn't destroyed.
Maybe of their
and
final
I'm here,
moments?
alive, to hand it to you.
Nathan rummages through his jacket pocket and takes out a slightly worn tape. Liar Squad's tape. A tape from Liar Squad discovered by Nathan with his younger brother. This long sealed recording sparked a series of events that would follow. The years have passed, and while the tape's surface shows some wear, the audio within remains pristine, as crystal clear as if it was recorded just yesterday.
I found this while going through my brother's belongings. It's been tucked away for years. There's a recording on it.
Oh, this
And I
is
think
so...
it's a gift Liar Squad
This
made
is so
for you, but
perfect,
never
but
had the
also...
chance to give you.
This is gonna...
Thank you so much. Do you mind if I listen to it now with the proxies?
With me and Belle? We're honored. I thought we were just here to collect the commission fee today.
Go ahead. As for the commission fee, I'll pay it to you both shortly, so don't worry about that.
Nathan takes a step back. Karen looks at you, her lips seeming to tremble slightly. You gently hold her hand, feeling the warmth and strength in her palm. She presses the play button. Alistair, you got Vivian? Hell yeah, my man. Fellow Vivian havers. Because I got her too, and I want the 50-50, so let's go. Wakadaba. Oh, you did skip the trash can. The trash can? What trash can? Well, my bad if I skipped it and if I missed something. I'll go search it up on YouTube later. And Suki, though Dahlia may be a cremator just based by the text. That'd be kind of interesting if Dahlia is a cremator, Suki. I'd be down for that, but I don't think she's gonna be. We already know that we're going back to Penacony in 3.8, so I think she's gonna have some role there. And there's no reason for a cremator to be in Penacony for whatever reason. Okay, here we go. Time to feel pain.
Hey, hello? Alright, it's a recording. This is a message from Liar Squad for our little sniper. Everyone ready? I'll count down. 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations on your 1000th day with Liar Squad!
Hey, you guys are totally out of sync. Captain, can we redo this? The anniversary gift has to be perfect.
That's our assault specialist, Acheron. She has a strong sense of aesthetics, prioritizing beauty in both combat and her daily life. She taught me a lot about makeup and fashion.
Sadness.
Oh, she won't care if we're a little off. Forget the re-record. Let's just get it done and order the cake. We don't want him to sell out.
That's our medic, Kakaitis. He's usually lazy and a bit of a smooth talker, but he's actually very capable and kind. He taught me a lot about unconventional negotiation tactics and ways of handling things.
You two, stop arguing during the recording. I've
Leafy,
already
maybe?
ordered the cake. If you keep rambling, we really will have to re-record this. Cut the chatter already.
And that's Styx.
Oh, Styx.
A reliable artillery specialist. He's the oldest in the squad.
Yeah, he's had
He
more
loves sharing
mature.
photos of his daughter and reminiscing about how he wooed his wife. The way he won her over inspired me a lot.
All right, let's all calm down.
This is Leafy.
Wouldn't want to get on the captain's bad side. I mean, Captain, would you like to go first? We can edit or re-record whatever we need to.
That's our scout and engineer, Lethe. He's a bit self-conscious because of how his younger brother excels, and he's
Just the
somewhat
way
introverted.
Charon is reminiscing
he's
about her
actually very
squad
capable.
shows just how much
He taught me sharp observation skills,
she knew
calm
them deep
execution
down
under
and how
pressure,
they truly were
and how to
family
make
to
use
her.
of the environment.
Okay, thank you all for settling down before I completely lost my cool. It's fine. No need to cut anything or re-record. Let's just keep it as it is. Loud and messy, just like our Liar Squad.
That's our captain, who took me in and taught me how to play the harmonica. And the real Charon. I'll make sure to explain properly to you later, Proxy.
That's cool.
As you've heard, this recording is a little gift from the 5 of us. How time flies. When I brought you into the squad about 2.5 years ago, you were just a shy kid who blushed whenever you talked to someone.
Yeah, it sounds
Over
like
these 1,000
it
days,
sounds like Trigger was
really
really
worked hard to keep pace with our fighting rhythm. You've done incredibly well. In the last mission, your successful sniper kill of that high-risk ethereal really helped Acheron a lot. I hate to say it, but yeah, I went too far in last time. Thanks for getting me out of that mess. Just this once, I'll admit, your moves were more elegant in that fight.
Not just that fight. Ever since you became a quicker shot and learned to adjust for wind speeds on the fly, we've been taking fewer and fewer hits. Makes my job way easier. So, cheers.
You often worry about not doing enough. But in these 2.5 years, you've absorbed everything I know about stealth, reconnaissance, and tactical countermeasures. Trust me, you'll become an incredibly skilled sniper.
Having you covering us from the rear makes every fight feel safer. But you still have a lot to learn about socializing and romance. When peace
Apparently,
finally comes to
Styx.
Eridu, leave
She
us
looks up
and
to you
live
regarding
your own
that.
life.
Where did that come from? She's not leaving us. Even if she
Oh.
retires, she'll move into my house and I'll spoil her with loads of beautiful clothes. We can talk about living alone in 10 or 20 years. Sorry, I got carried away. Anyway, you're talented and hardworking. Over these 1,000 days, you've opened your heart to us and even encouraged us in return. Having you as a comrade is a blessing for all 5
That's a
of
long
us.
time. That's
But I have to say one thing.
just
You're
under
always
2
so
years, right?
sensitive and
Just under
kind.
3 years, not 2 years.
Every time you see us get hurt, you look like you're about to break. Has our squad motto, having each other's backs, become too much of a burden for you? I get how you feel. When your squad mates trust you with their backs, your first instinct is to protect them, right?
shoulder everything alone. Don't try to carry everything on your own. Choosing to fight on the battlefield is my resolve. Feel it. Share yours with me. And when it's your turn to watch my back, I'll give my all to honor it too.
As long as you fight with all your strength, there's no such thing as failing to protect something. Because your will and our will is
Well said,
preserved
Styx.
and carried on in other ways.
But don't let that weigh on you. Try to trust in us, just like we trust in you, no matter what.
I've struggled with that kind of thinking myself, but I eventually made my way through it. All this talk of camaraderie, of keeping each other safe, it's like a harmonica melody scoring our time together. Even when things change, our tune will go on, and that's enough.
Exactly. Honestly, I'm sometimes terrified. Afraid that
Of course they
someday
predicted it.
you'll blame yourself for failing to protect us. And
They
fall
knew her
apart.
really well.
That's why I wanted to
I mean,
record this
Trigger was
message.
basically their daughter.
Don't try to bear everything alone. Maybe you can start relying on us more, fully entrusting your vulnerable side to us. Our will has long been intertwined with
If
yours.
only Zoe had something like this to latch onto and help her through everything.
It doesn't feel like me anymore. Anyway, we just want to see you trusting your comrades enough to share your burdens, even if it isn't us. Finally, we'd like to give you the song that's closest to us. If what we've said is hard to understand, just feel it through the music. Please, enjoy my masterpiece, Homecoming.
And then that's why Nathan had the sheet music. The old cassette plays a familiar tune. Its sound crisp and clear as though it were recorded just yesterday. When the music fades, the tape goes silent. You turn to the woman who calls herself Charon as she desperately wipes away uncontrollable tears. The harbor wind ruffles her hair, then at last she lifts her head.
Proxy, do you remember? I was once terrified of seeing the look on their faces.
Of course.
Can you see them
You see them clearly now?
Yes, crystal clear. As if I've returned to the exact moment of parting. So this is our last glance. This is the answer you wanted me to find. Thanks, guys. For everything.
Oh.
Proxies. No. Lies. Belle. I've troubled you two a lot
That hit
these
me
days
hard.
with my personal affairs. Words can't
You know,
describe what you've done for me.
We're keeping this going.
No worries. Honestly, my brother and I have been a bit lost recently. Meeting you, though, well, it feels like we've known each other forever.
Ooh, okay.
Doesn't it, Wise?
Held it together. Oh! Our wills are aligned.
Yeah, we've learned a lot from you too. If nothing else, spending time with you really
Just a little
cheered
bit
us up.
misty-eyed. That's it.
Perhaps we've always shared the same resolve.
Yeah. When I was trapped in self-doubt, unable to get out, I'm glad you were there with me. You're right. We've already entrusted our backs to each other as comrades. And because of that, because we are comrades, please, hear me out. Maybe you've already noticed. I'm sorry, but I've been keeping something
Yeah,
from
well.
you. Charon isn't actually my code name. As I mentioned before, Charon was my captain's code name. When I met both of you for the first time, I didn't want to tell you my code name, because I thought someone who couldn't protect their squad mates had no right to one. So I lied. Captain Charon was an orphan like me, with no family to mourn her. I've been using her code name, because I may be the last person in the world who still remembers her.
But now we do
But I
as well.
understand now. If I want to keep moving forward,
That's the beautiful
I can't
thing
keep
about
hiding
life.
behind a lie. My true code name is...
Ooh. Oh, this is interesting.
You don't have to tell me right now.
Charon, at the harbor, Nathan spoke to you privately. Was he offering you a chance to return to the Defense Force?
Yes. He said he still has a friend in the Defense Force who's currently forming a new squad. And if my goals align with theirs, I could consider joining them.
So, what's your decision? Where will you go next?
After everything that's happened, I think I do share the same goal as that friend of his and the new squad they're building. So I'll head back to the new Eridu Defense Force and keep chasing my new goal with a new team.
And your new goal is?
Your new goal. Is it to look further into the fall of the old capital?
Yes. My encounter with Grim Vulture has made me realize this should be the
Yeah, if
true
you're
form
going to
of my
live with
vengeance.
hatred, aim it
I'll
at the
uncover
source.
the real culprits behind the old capital's fall and make them pay for their crimes. If the ferryman who leads me to the truth demands a price, I'm willing to wager my life. I have a gut feeling the masterminds will reveal themselves again soon.
Anger.
To protect the city my comrades cherished and sacrificed their lives for.
So she's kind of halfway.
I won't allow such
There's
tragedy to
influence of
happen
the
again.
relatives,
By
but
letting the
influence
will
of
to
Zoe
protect
as well.
guide my hatred. I now have a clear aim
Yeah.
toward the truth.
Perfectly said. She has taken elements from both experiences, or from both influences that she had in this experience. She realized, you know, how the relatives of her old squad mates had been able to build new lives for themselves, had been able to find closure and move on, and took that took that into herself. But she also took on Zoe's hatred and realized that there still could be justice to be served, but she has to go about it properly.
That's what I thought. If that's the case, then for now, we shouldn't learn your true code name, nor entrust our backs to one another.
Are you saying we're on opposite sides?
No. We might walk different paths.
Yeah.
But those paths will lead us to the same destination.
Because
It's just that, for now,
about
we
that.
can't say more than that.
Yeah, we need to prove the truth of what happened to Carol Arna before we are able to.
To be honest, after facing an enemy as ruthless as Grim Vulture, we're reminded of our own powerlessness. Watching you fight back, almost losing your life to a bullet. That feeling. We're nowhere near strong enough to protect you. And we're not strong enough to open up about our pasts either.
But they are now. Without a second thought or hesitation, Caroline takes hold of each of her hands and brings them
If
up to her
this is your
chest.
slightly selfish principle, I'll respect it. You were once my proxies, and I'll keep this memory locked away as something I cherish. If, as you say, our destination is the same, then we should continue on our separate paths, striving to grow stronger. The next time we meet, I'll reveal my true codename. I hope we can become true comrades. I want your presence to forever remain in the melody of my life.
And you to ours. Deal.
Yes, it's a promise. We'll cross paths once again, Charon.
You watched a woman who calls herself Charon walk farther and farther away. A Defense Force soldier waits for her at the end of her path.
Hello. I'm the sniper from the former Liar Squad of the Chrysoberyl Division, recommended
Do I know
by
this
Captain Nathan,
NPC?
originally of the new Eridu Defense Force's Obsidian Division, Impera Squad.
Ah, I heard about you from my superior. You're the one who dealt with the serial murders targeting the Defense Force, right? Well, the new
Was he the
Eridu
one at the
Defense Force is
Remembrance
ready to
Day? No, I
welcome
don't
you
think so.
back. Let me confirm a few details before taking you to base. Which squad are you applying to join? And did you have a code name during your previous service?
I'm applying to join the Obsidian Division's Obel
Obels.
Squad. As for my codename, Trigger. I was Trigger of Liar Squad.
And that's the end. Oh, absolutely. We are continuing this story for sure. I would hope that it depends on how far they've gone. Yeah, just because we seek mutual understanding doesn't mean that we can't stop them if necessary. So I'm gonna go with this first one. Also, the fact that they brought that up means almost certainly it's gonna happen in the story. I wonder if it's between the both of them. I wonder if eventually they'll come against, each other. If their ideologies will differ. That said, I don't think they will. but it'd be really cool. That would be a very interesting decision to take. Bravo, bravo, genuinely. I mean, these agent stories are always super good, but the really good ones, like this one, like Lighters, um, like Harumasa's, like Sanbi's, they really hit close to home. I mean, this one in particular, in one specific moment, I got teary-eyed at the end there when she was able to see her squad mates in the full view. But really, what hit me super hard and what got me just completely connected emotionally to this story was the Remembrance Day moment when we get to go to Scott Outpost and when we get to speak with the relatives of the old Impera squad and kind of see the lives that they're living now, hearing the words that they have for Trigger, kind of Zeta, the daughter of Styx, her lashing out to Trigger and later coming back to apologize. It's those moments to me that really separate the good stories from the great, and I think this story was able to capture the dynamic of loss and PTSD and survivor's guilt, and kind of how people who possess that are able to gain, joy and relief and peace from those who have experienced the same loss as them but have been able to move on, and find solace in their lives. And I think, as someone who, like I said, who kind of had a similar experience to, not obviously not nearly as deeply as this, but someone who has lost someone, was able to find peace and solace with other people who knew that person. This one hit close to my heart. I would say it's probably my second favorite. I think this one surpassed Lighters. I think Harumasa is still my favorite because that fucking agent story was a whole ass movie, but this one is definitely in my top 3 for sure. The longest one as well. So, Suki, there are candlelight motifs on her similar to Evernight. For I assume you're talking about Dahlia / Constance. Yes, but I also think it's just, she was a part of what was their name, but the group underneath Duke Inferno, and obviously Fire Candle, right? That could be a connection as well. Also, it wouldn't make sense to me if she was a cremator. I'm sure they could pull it off in some way. I just don't know if I would want that to happen. Like, they would have to have like something at the end of 3.7 that would suggest that, we are going to continue giving focus to the Path of Remembrance. I just don't know if that's going to happen. I think we're going to set aside the Path of Remembrance for now because we're going to go to obviously 4.x. 4.x is probably going to focus on the Path of Elation. So we'll see. But if she is a cremator, props to you, Suki, for pointing it out this early. Waganaba, the trash can where you meet the sniper for the first time, you get her diary. Wait, really? Huh. What? The trash can where you meet the sniper for the first time? Trigger? Or Zoe? Because I don't think I met Trigger through a trash can. But who knows? I'll have to search it up later on YouTube. I'm sure it's on there. So... this story, I probably missed a couple of like really finer details because at one point I just said, no, fuck it, dude. Zoe? Gotcha. I assumed it was Zoe because when you first meet Zoe, there is a portion at Ballet Twins Tower where you can kind of roam around, right? But at that point, I was Zoe at the port. Oh, really? Okay, interesting. I don't remember if I talked to Zoe at the port. Because at the port, they give you like 6 different icons of people you can go and talk to. And I talked to the first 3 that were closest. And unfortunately, I don't think Zoe was one of them. That kind of sucks. I wish I would have been able to talk to Zoe. That would have been really cool. But yeah, also, I mean, I talked about how great the story was. Just a quick shout out to Zoe. I think she was a fantastic antagonist. What a great antagonist, Zoe. Probably the best antagonist that we have in an agent story. Let me think. Twiggy was also pretty good. I like Twiggy as an antagonist. Oh, what was his name? I forget, but it was the guy who wanted to keep experimenting with Haramasa's kind of father figure's research. I forget his name. I think it was something Japanese. Did Lighter have an antagonist? He did kind of have an antagonist. The guy who was fighting. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done these. I need to go back and remember. Have I done Ellen's? Oh no, I did do Ellen's. It was the one where she where she had to save her friends. I completely forgot. No, yeah, I would say. Oh, Lycon's was pretty good as well. But no, I would say that Zoe was the far more compelling character as an antagonist than any of the other stories. She was really good. Or I guess maybe I should be calling her the Vulture. Grim Vulture. They used the name Grim Vulture at the very end instead of Zoe. I think that was intentional to kind of show that she was a villain. She was not Zoe anymore. She had turned into a completely destructive force, and at that point she was just someone who was just killing for the sake of killing. Zoe had long been dead. She had been broken. So okay, let's go ahead and call it for today. Let's get rid of all the notifications first though. Give me my polychromes, thank you very much. Also, Alester, if you're still there.
Today's reading is...
Hell yeah, brother.
I would never turn down Lord Phaeton.
You and me both. She's built too for the most part. The only thing I'm missing are my discs. I've got the skills leveled up. I've got her level 60. I've got her W engine level 60. I just need the discs. That's all I need. Well, it's not her W, obviously. I did not summon for her signature, but I mean, hey, it's the next best option, so.
Good day, Lord Phaeton.
Let's go ahead and head outside here, end off where we always end off. Suki, I have her complete. Hell yeah, Suki. We are all Vivian havers and Vivian enjoyers. I do think Vivian is my second favorite character in the game. Suki, I don't know if you were able to tune in for the stream that I did on Epilogue with her and Hugo. I love Vivian. She's amazing. Probably my second favorite character. She's just so adorable. We must protect. But okay, we're just go ahead and log out today and call it. All right. So as I mentioned at the start of the stream, it's gonna be a while until you guys see me again. So the plan is I'm gonna take a break. We're gonna take a 2-week break for the most part. The next time you will see me will be Star Rail 3.7. We will react to the live stream. That's probably next week. Next week around Friday, so about a week and a couple of days from now. We'll react to that. Then I will then come back for the Cyrene trailer. So basically, no more Zenless. It's this week. Okay, it is this week. Okay, perfect. So you'll see me probably Saturday if it comes out on Friday, because it's difficult for me to stream on Fridays because of work. Friday live stream this week. Gotcha. So we'll react to the live stream this week whenever it comes out, probably Saturday. And then, like I said, it's going to be complete radio silence from me until Star Rail 3.7. I'm going to take a break. No more Zenless Zone Zero for now. It's going to be a while until we go back to Zenless, unfortunately. We have finished Season 1. Season 1 is done. We've done all the agent stories, all the main stories from Season 1. We are now on to Season 2. And I want to start Season 2 properly. So we're not going to start Season 2 until after 3.7 is done and until after my trip to Japan. So after we finish 3.7, Star Rail, we summon for Cyrene, we get Cyrene, we do the story. It's going to be fucking amazing. It's going to be peak fiction, absolute cinema. It's going to be awesome. Then we're going to talk about the story. We're going to recap the story. We're going to do a lot during 3.7. But once we finish your 3.7, I will be almost immediately taking a trip to Japan. And so I will be gone for an extended period of time. It's going to be somewhat like a month. So kind of like a semi break right now, with the live stream in between for 2 weeks, then 3.7, then a much longer break as I take my trip to Japan. So just a heads up, that's what's coming. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Wagadaba, Alistair, Suki. Hope you guys enjoyed the last bit of the Tricker story there. Absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed myself. It was really, really good. I'm excited to continue playing this absolutely fabulous game. Zenless Zone Zero has been an absolute joy. But we're going to go ahead and end here for today. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Hope you guys have a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you may be. Take care, guys, and peace, light.